Alright, well, we're live on everything. Yeah, I'm a little lost.
You get lost in the Murdock.
I do. I just get lost.
That's alright.
In the spotlight, your girl Lisa Da One, Paparazzi, Hard Body Radio. Yeah. I'm out of it today. It's been a rough few days for me. So yeah. So hello everybody on YouTube, Hard Body Radio, Facebook Live, Hard Body Radio. Today, it was just over a year ago, I had him on the show. He was in the other building then. So he said it was time for him to come back. And he's the only one I know that sends me like 10 tracks for the show.
Got you.
So what are you going by now? Because I call you Murdock, but you got 15 different names, right?
I'm still Murdock. I'm Murdock Da One, the 119.
119 in the building.
Right. So, also.
Hold on. First of all, happy Mother's Day to you, Lisa. The best mother in the world, along with Baltimore Big Steve. You know what I'm saying? I gotta shout my bro and my mother out for real. This is my music mother. She line me up whenever I get out of line. Hold up, yeah.
Yeah, put your damn shirt back on. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm about to take it off.
No, you're not. Leave it on.
No, you're not.
I got a tank top on.
And usually whenever we're at an event together, like we both pop up and we both got red on, so it's usually how it is.
Say hi, Miss Lisa, you alright?
I usually don't do red.
I look awful
like,
today.
I usually don't do red, but when I know when I'm about to bump into you, I got red. I mean, because like a lot of people don't admire you and acknowledge you. I do. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
he talks about you high.
Yeah, that's my mother. That's me and Steve's mother.
Yeah, I'm definitely Steve's mom.
Baltimore hip hop's mother.
Steve is one of the only people that gets me out of my comfort zone. I don't do videos.
Yeah,
Who's shooting the video, Steve? You are. What? Gets me every time. But, you know, there's just certain people that I always got a soft spot for. And some of those people have made those spots hard. So, yeah, they don't get the same treatment, you know.
Right.
I had somebody hit me up in the inbox asking me to come to an event. The only reason why you want me to come is because you want me to bring my camera.
Right. But you've been there for us for years, though. So, like, we respect you and we'd like to give back to you for real. Like, we acknowledge you. We love you for real. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I don't think a lot of people do stuff like that for real. But you've been there for, like, we ain't just start yesterday and stuff like that. But, like, when we was there, when we started coming up with stuff like that, you've been there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't even ask you to. You just come up on your own for real. It's genuine love.
Well, it's, for one, like I said, I said this before and I'll say it repeatedly. When I started, I didn't know anybody. And I took it as my mission to try to help the Baltimore music scene to become more known than what it already was, which to me, it wasn't known enough. And so, you know, it's not.
That's how I started my last album for, like, my Jesus album. I started my last album off with you and Steve having a genuine conversation about me for in terms to a video and a song. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was real. I never had nothing like that a day in my life before. Like, I have another artist that's popping and an interviewer that's popping at the same time. Like, actually sit down and have a conversation about me live on the air and stuff. Like I'm a somebody for real.
Right.
Like, I appreciate that, and I started my last album off like that for real.
Well, I'm glad you said something about an album because it seems like every time I turn around, you're putting something out. It's like you're constantly like putting something out. Like every time you turn around, it's like you're putting another album out. You're putting songs out. You know, I mean, I've said this before. I say, well, music is therapy for me. Listening to it,
it's mine
so
too.
You know, that way, because there for a while you know, I use Facebook to rant a lot. I've kind of calmed down lately.
You always get on me about that for
well, I mean, because sometimes it's really not worth it. Like, I'll say something and then I'll just move on. You know, but it's like, and what people fail to realize is, and you know, my homegirl told me this today because of a situation that just happened, and I didn't speak about it on Facebook or anything else. Right. I just let that bitch sit, and you know, I blocked her, and you just go over there and do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Right.
Keep on talking if you want, because I will pop up at your job and punch you in your mouth.
Man, we don't need you locked up right now. We need you.
Y'all forget I got papers.
Yeah, support system.
Y'all forget I got papers. They'll put me in Shepherd Pratt and I'll be out in like a couple weeks.
Kind of like me too, though, but that's not where we want to be.
But
I mean, we had a good space.
Nobody sees. They don't see the provoking that somebody does to you
until you react.
But that's all they see is they see your reaction, and there for a while, like at first, I would see you like going off, and I'm like, what is wrong with Murdock?
Yeah,
like, what is wrong? What's going on? And then as time went on, and I got to know you, and I got to see where, you know, because it was usually people that I don't have on my Facebook or that I don't associate with that would say slick shit, and then of course they know your temper, you're going to retaliate back.
Right.
And I'm glad to see that you've kind of calmed down on that.
Yeah, everybody said that. Like I actually calmed down and changed a lot for. I mean, because like during that time I was like growing up and stuff like that for real, and learning the business at the same time.
Right.
And I wouldn't have artists that would pull me to the side and talk to me. It'd be like CEOs that would like pull me up and bring me to the side and try to kick me a little. And I was like Jay McGraw and K Mac and you know what I'm saying? A lot of CEOs and stuff like that. They admire what I do for. They just want me to slow down for because they don't want to see me go down the wrong route and stuff like that. And be locked up in jail and stuff like that. I've been through it already for real. And like I actually sat down and like took it in consideration and tried to get myself together for real. And stuff.
I mean, and sometimes it's hard. Like even with me being as old as I am, and stuff still triggers me. Like everybody has their trigger. You know, the way that you react to something is different than the way that I react to something. The way that Steve reacts to something is different than the way I react to something. Whereas he sees me, because he's told me like about being on Facebook, and like the way he is about stuff, because he's so calm, cool, laid back. When he gets mad, when he gets mad is when I get scared, because Steve don't get mad very often, but when he does, I look at him and go, who the fuck is this?
I'm the same way with you too, for like I see you like saying stuff, and then I be like, hold up, how should I react to this and stuff like that? You know me, I go nuts, like, oh yo, who fucking with Lisa? Oh, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like, hold up, you know what? I'll sit back and just like relook the situation.
Because I'm you know, like I said, you got to get to that point to where the person that's poking at you, you got to really think, who are they, and what are they, like, who are they? Do they pay your bills? Do they take care of you? Do they are they anything to you? A lot of times the people, they do all this shit on social media, but when it's face to face,
they do that when they see that you're doing something right and good for it, and try to bring you back down under and stuff.
Right.
I learned that, you know what I'm saying? I learned that. I was a knucklehead, and I fall into them traps.
No, you're not. You weren't a knucklehead. You're just you got a.
I had a quick temper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I will react to it real fast, but like my reaction to blow up more bigger than what started the, you know what I'm saying? And I sat back and I looked at it.
Like I said, I've seen that you've calmed down. Only thing, you haven't calmed down on making music though. I can tell you that, because like it's just like I said, every time I turn around, they're like, you putting something out. You're like, I was like, didn't you just put out an album like 2 weeks ago? Like,
I slowed down on that for because like I started learning the business even more and stuff like that. So like I just stopped like, all right, well, I know this good and stuff, but I'm not gonna put it out here right now. It's not the right time to put it out here. Right
See,
now.
and then sometimes you have to keep some stuff Like you just keep some stuff, and then you can record, and you can have a whole big catalog, and then you just pick, like 12, 13, maybe 15 songs and put them out, and you still have all these other songs that you still have. And at a later date you can make a lost tracks CD or something like that. So I
be careful when I send music to you.
What for?
Because for one, you don't hear me enough. You know what I'm saying? And
I really, to be honest, because it's so many people. There's so many people now that I kind of backed off of listening. Like, it's just it's too much for me. Like, I'm not even listening to the, if you want to call them industry artists. Most of the artists that I listen to that are quote unquote industry are really not industry.
You like to hear good music, and I know your ear for it. So like, if I'm gonna see some music for it, it's gonna be something that's gonna catch your ear for it.
Right.
And I know that because come on, now you Baltimore Paparazzi for real.
Like the song that you had sent me that I got last year. What's it called? They Doubting. That's with you.
With Steve and all of them.
Yeah. And I asked you, where the hell is this song? Where the hell does this song come from?
I'm actually still pushing that song. So like stuff like that for real, like I was still push for years and years and years and stuff. Like I cherish my music for it. So like a song like that, I'm actually I'm about to drop a new mixtape on June 12th, and that song is on there. You know what I'm saying? I actually got Big Steve on my mixtape 2 times. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know what I'm saying? God,
it's like, and you had Tucha on that song too. And Tucha is...
I catch Tucha whenever he's in town because he moves.
Yeah, because I follow him on Instagram, and I think we're still friends on Facebook. I'm not real sure because I have so many Facebook friends that I don't talk to, and they pop up on my timeline.
Yeah, I got my old group on there.
Yeah, so...
shout out to Booster Music Group. What is it, Tucha?
So, I mean, how long have you been, when was the first time that you decided you were going to rap? Like, how did that all come about?
Alright, it started, back in, 97 I was a father's boy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It was all about me and my father. You know what I'm saying? So, I used to hang out with my father. My first friend was my father. So, he used to come get me every Wednesday, take me out to the movies, show me before Westview started having the movie theaters up there, we was up Westview watching all the new gangster movies. Like the last movie I seen with him was what was it? Desperado. But Antonio Banderas.
Oh, okay.
And he used to show me a lot of gangster movies. My father was mixed with black and Italian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my father was black and Italian. And he used to show me all these real gangster movies back in the day. Before I even know, I'd be like, I don't like this movie, Daddy. So he would just in the middle of the movie, he would just up and leave for real because I didn't like it and stuff like that.
He's so stupid.
It's real though, you know what I'm saying? He would up and just leave. He spent this money for it. I don't like this movie.
Well, that's how much your father loved you, because my mother and my father would look at me and be like, too bad.
Yeah, it was my father's inspiration and motivation that got me in. I lost him, which made me want to start doing music for real. I thought about, because it was either I was going to take my anger out in the public, people in the streets and stuff, and start beating people up and shit like that, or I could just write about it and stuff like that. And I just chose to write about it for it. So that's where my anger came from. People were like, you're an angry artist and stuff like that. It wasn't anger. It was just I lost something that was
It was hurt. It was hurt.
Yeah, I lost my mother too. So I'm a partner's child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I gotta do something. I don't want to start selling drugs again. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I got shot and stabbed up already and stuff. I don't want that to happen to me. So I was like, I figured I'd just stay with the music and stuff.
She said, Steve.
That's all.
What you do?
Manny in my life and shit.
Manny is. What's up? What's up, Manny?
What's up, Manny, man? That's bro right there.
I can't hear shit if we saying something. I can't hear.
I don't got no Wi-Fi connection for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they shouted you out and shit. Or something. I think so.
Yeah.
What up, Manny, yo? Shout bro out, man. What's
Steve's
up,
like,
shit,
I'm
man?
just here.
I'm just here.
I'm just
Yeah,
here.
man.
I'm just here. I ain't trying to take it.
Shout out to motherfucking my BDC Rockstar. You know what I'm saying? My wife, Keisha. You know what I'm saying?
She over
My
it.
mother, Lisa. My brother, Big Steve, man. We in the building, man.
So, you know, that's why, like, I like to know where people, like, how people started, you know, because I've had people in here and they started real young, like, some of them, like, I started
11.
You know, yeah, I mean, I
I'm
had
mad because I was out here before you,
I'm
boy. I was the first
round.
Bow Wow, man.
I want to hear your first round.
Man, my first round?
Yeah.
I don't know, you gotta ask Mike Buckles about that for real, because like he's the first producer I ever met when I was young. Like, you know what, that's why I'm an A&R on SWO right now, because like I met him through my mother when I was little and stuff. I met him again, with me and Monet second mixtape for it. When he threw the party for it. And I was like, you know, this guy like my godfather right now and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He seen me and seen what I was doing. And like he stayed behind me behind that. And he's real supportive for real.
Right.
Like, I could be like, all right, well, like I just said to him the other day, I was like, I've been with SWO for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? You the reason why I changed from Man Murdock to the 119. You know what I'm saying? Because you seen that I was going through so much and I was going downhill.
Right.
And you gave me a solution and an idea to build myself and start over.
Yeah.
And I took it. I used it for real. It was a smart idea. It was a good solution. And but like in the process of that, I was always working with Big Steve.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We be out here like pushing GC project and Big's project in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like up and down in Baltimore Street, you know what I'm saying? And you know what? Like I'm with SWO, but I'm rocking BR game clothes and stuff like that.
But see, and that's what I was getting ready to say. You're kind of like me, like. I'm the Baltimore Paparazzi, but I'm affiliated with Wisdom Court. But I'm affiliated with you know, with.
Don't judge you.
I don't know all the initials now. The new
MGBRG.
No, because I wanted to.
We about to talk about that.
Because
whatever that nigga is.
no, because as announced last week. Like, wasn't it last week we announced it? Yes.
What the fuck is going on
right? The collaboration of you and DZ with all the initials. The M whatever.
MGB.
I don't know the whole.
Friday.
Yeah, I don't know all the initials. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm affiliated with you guys. I'm affiliated with different.
MGBRG. Shout out to MGBRG, man.
See, he knows it is. I don't.
Yeah, I've been with him before. Like it was started.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
actually, it was an idea that I already thought about before they even did that shit. I didn't even get a chance to come to them. Like, yo, shit.
He's seen the greatness.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even fuck with the food. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about me. I only fuck with the food. So like, I'm gonna fuck with who I fuck with. But just like I'm 100 for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when the situation happened up in PA and she brought me home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was mad with Steve and all that shit. Hold up, no niggas. No, ain't no shots fired.
You right here, so he telling you, right? I know you were. I know.
Hold up.
I understood. You know what I'm saying? Because like it was more kind of like my fault too. Because I'm going places without no ID.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'm not gonna get in everywhere. We went down to Atlanta, everything was good. You know what I'm saying? It was lovely. Went up PA a couple times, everything was lovely. Just this one time, it was upsetting and shit like that. And I understood, so I forgive my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not all his fault. It's me too. So
Right.
I supposed to have my shit right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not going back away from him. Whenever he need me, I'm gonna always be there.
Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
see, it's like I said, like it's like all the people that I've seen that you are affiliated with or that you deal with in this music scene are the same people that I have a good rapport with. They're the same, and that shows me that these people that we have in common are genuine people.
Shout out to Ball.
You know what I mean?
That's the right. That nigga love me to death. He be posting to me on Twitter, and I don't even be knowing it. And for real, I had to start looking and stuff. He be shamed. He called me the best rapper. So for like Ball Cardi, he be like, yo, man, Murdock, the hottest rapper, the best rapper that I know for real. I take that as an honor for real. So I just continue to do what I do for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Big Steve. I listen to him and Deezy. They my favorite rappers and shit. Like in the city, other than Blizzard. You know what I'm saying?
Blizzard's really coming along too. I love being able to watch these artists grow with musically.
I know how to take him by his character.
Yeah, and that's what he needs a lot of times because he needs to be taken. He needs to be taken out of Blizzard because my brother Vision. He had the CD that he put together. It was all collabos.
You talk the Vision with the backdrop that used to do the Visions little video shoots.
No.
Well, no, because no, it's two Visions.
Yeah, no, this is my brother Vision. He's a rapper.
Oh, we're talking about that.
Yeah. But so they were recording one day. It was him. It was Vision. It was Blizz. It was J-Ball, Greg Bugsy. I think that's it. They were all on this song. It's called Shut the Fuck Up. And they were recording, and I came downstairs when I got there, and all I heard was somebody saying, "Shut the fuck up." And I said, I didn't say anything. And they were like, no, that's the song. And when I heard Blizz come in on that song, I was like, yo, what the hell?
Blizz was on that song?
Yeah.
But see, like, you know what? To be honest,
But it took him out of his usual kind of laid back kind of thing.
Steve put it on Front Street. He was like, hold up, yo. Blizzard curse? I was like, you know what?
On that song, yeah.
You know what? I'm like, Steve, you might be right, bro.
Right. When he was first coming out, he was just he didn't.
Influence. Sometimes.
You gonna take that charge?
Sometimes.
You gonna take that charge?
You can take a lot of charges on mine too. No, because like this nigga Steve, yo, I write my own music. He write his own music. But to be honest, this nigga could rewrite my music so fucking good. I swear to God, he ain't even pray. He don't pray right. He probably just.
I didn't write that. If that's what you're talking about. No, I just twisted shit up and just did it. Like the beat tell me what to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I see, and that's like because I've been around the music scene so long, and I've sat in and watched people write and had to listen to a beat like for fucking hours on end, the same beat over on a loop, and that shit does get this shit is. But then when I get to hear the song after it's done, I'm amazed because I didn't hear those words coming. You know, I'm like, how did you pick those words for that song?
Right,
How did you know that's what you needed to write on that song?
Shit.
It's just
you should think about like what you was thinking when you picked that beat.
Right, because there's a song
That's what I'm talking about.
when y'all got here. I was listening to Stevie Stone and JL from Strange Music. They put out a CD called Contraband, and there's this one song on there called Envy. Now, I like the song because of what it's about and what they say in it, but that fucking beat is just like, it's every time I hear it, it gives me chills. I don't know why, it just does. But sometimes music does that to me. Like certain beats I've heard.
Look, when you start hearing good beats and stuff like that, send that shit to me and Steve. Like, I want to hear all niggas on there. I'm trying to do a lot more music with Steve, you know what I'm saying? Instead of me having to put it together, you know what I'm saying? I got my first artist right here, Rockstar.
Yeah, we gonna get to him because the hair and all is just like, yeah. So, yeah, we'll give Murdock, because Murdock been talking. Murdock, this is the most I've heard Murdock really talk.
No, because actually last time I let Steve talk
more
for
than
me.
that in the car.
Yeah, because like the last
in the car. I'm talking the last interview.
Last year, that last interview, Steve was doing all the talking and stuff, and I was just sitting up there like, man, what did he say? We was doing the VR game and stuff. Yeah, we was, man. We had to start the VR game.
Yeah, it was in the other building.
Nah,
Well, look,
but you was there.
I'm here to say today, I had my own brand, my own label for once called So Stupid Entertainment.
So Stupid Entertainment.
You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, for real, it took. The only reason why I started So Stupid Entertainment is because
What is he doing?
Lisa and Kid Samples. I
I'm
did
talking about
some.
Manny. What is he doing, yo?
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about him because
No,
he kept closing his eyes while he was talking, and I was
No.
thinking, like, what the fuck is he doing?
He's
Yeah,
concentrating. He's concentrating.
So stupid.
Yo, and you performed that at our
And
anniversary.
you told me how much you felt about it.
Yeah.
And like I appreciated that.
Yeah, that song, I really did like that song because, like, did you perform at the Her Body anniversary party?
Yep.
Yeah. I was like, yo, I like that song.
That was supposed to be my retirement for, but like Skipper and them was like, hold up, I thought you was retiring after this. I'm like, no, but Lisa liked this, so I might have to continue on.
So he used me as a
No,
scapegoat.
because like you was there, you the one was pushing me and stuff like, Murdock, when did you record? When did you performing? I'm waiting for you. Yeah, and everything. So I was so inspired for real, because that was the first time you ever did that for me for real. And like, cause like my first album release party, I didn't know you was going to be there, and you take good pictures of me for real. When I'm wilding, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was wilding that night. I was somewhere else.
We was at the we was out there at his party, at his album release party, when I had this shirt on.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
When they had this
That
shirt
was the
on.
hardest show ever.
What, your album release party?
Yeah.
I almost died. Well,
That's why I wore the shirt today.
Yeah, and everybody.
Ain't nobody think I was. I think that's the reason why so many people came out though.
I only had like 5 minutes for real, but I did my thing for real. Like it made 3D step on stage, jump on my set for real. I'm like,
I just asked him if he was back yet because I was having some internet problems, and I had to text him and find out.
well,
He never did answer me.
I can fix it.
No, it's fixed now. It's something. We've got 2 different internets apparently, and one was interfering with this one, and that one of them's off, and it was interfering with this one, and so I unplugged something, and now it works just fine.
Well, thank you, Lisa, for having me here today.
Of course.
Because
I had to have you because you kept telling me, it's been a year since I've been on. When you gonna have me again?
You're the reason why me and Big Steve brothers, because you are mother. You make sure we are.
Y'all must look like your daddy.
Plus when we fucking up and shit, you get us some checks in. So like, no,
Steve don't be fucking up. Steve just be getting on my nerves. Steve be getting on my nerves. Not really. I just say that because I know. No, he don't.
He's shining, right? He's sticking more to business, and that's what's up. And I'm doing the same.
Steve always did. I mean, Steve always did. Like, you never, like I said, if I ever seen Steve get mad, like really mad, I knew that somebody really fucked with him really hard.
And then, like, if somebody really get him mad, like really mad, he gonna call.
Why you always bringing that nutty bitch up? You brought her up. Not me.
I'm gonna be
referring to me
up
and be
for
mad. That was the only time I was ever mad around you.
Somebody get him mad, really mad, he gonna call me.
I've seen you mad, but that was beyond me. That's beyond me. But I'm talking about I've seen you mad. But usually you just laughing. Usually he just laughs and be sarcastic and says some stupid shit, and I just look at him and be like,
man, that shit was too much. I don't want to think about that.
That's like when I said last time when we were shooting a video, you was like, I feel like I'm part of the team. You are part of the team, for real.
No, that's because I was giving my input, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute.
But you are.
I'm putting my input in something that has not a fucking thing to do with me, and then I was corrected.
I'm part of
but it's
BRG too.
But it's like I said, It's the people. That's the people.
Oh, it's been gonna laugh at me. All right, now I'm not part of it.
Now you gonna go on Facebook and talk shit about you, Steve. Now you gonna go on Facebook and talk shit about you, and I'm not gonna stop you.
I ain't got time for that for real.
No, just kidding.
I know.
But like I said, it's. I like to see the growth in people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, I know where you're coming from when you get on Facebook rants. I understand that. Yeah. Sometimes that's why it says that now that you got every time something happens, you got to stop and think: is that person even fucking worth it? Are they
business?
You know, if this dumbass wannabe rapper or whoever he is want to talk shit, let him talk shit. Because guess what? Let him talk shit. Because he ain't going to come to your face and say it. And if he does come to your face and say it, then you punch him in the mouth.
No, I ain't going to punch nobody in the mouth. I ain't trying to go to jail or none of that shit.
Right, and that's another thing I think. That's why, like, there's been times I've been at shows.
I mean, back then I probably would.
Yeah, you would have. There's been times when I've been at shows and I looked over and this bitch that I don't like that was running her mouth about me on Facebook or whatever, and she's standing right there, and I'm like, hold my camera, but then I think I don't want to fuck up the venue. I don't want to fuck it up for whose show it is. I don't want to, because this bitch would call the police on me. I'm not trying to do all that. Even though I do got a clean record, I got a piece of paper that says this bitch is crazy. She's not in her right mind. Yeah, I get a check every month. Y'all thought that was a joke that I say that shit.
Oh, you get a check every month?
Yeah, I get a check every month.
For what?
Let me get $1.
Bro, no, I'll talk to you later on for real. Ain't everybody business.
I know you forget. Get $1. He needed.
You said maybe 2.
Maybe you are.
Tell him
you get a check every month.
Tell him. Look. Tell him I seen him at the cigar shop. That's where his money went. No, I'm not giving him nothing. Yeah, he posted up. He was at the cigar shop. I seen that shit with the damn big ass cigar with a fancy little band around it. I seen it.
Did he have his BR shirt on?
No, he was just showing that.
Oh,
In this bitch, man.
He was just showing that.
My BDC, Rockstar, Baltimore, Big Steve.
So, oh Lord, I look awful. I didn't put no makeup on or nothing on day. I was not feeling it. Thank you. I don't feel
Mama Lisa, man.
I start work on Monday. She ain't say nothing about my hair.
Congratulations.
So thank you. So
I
maybe
think I already did say that.
I think so. Maybe I don't know. I'm just going to French braid my hair up. Maybe they won't say nothing about my hair being purple. I'll be in the laundry room anyway. It don't matter. But if I'm, they got this little
it's
thing
so
about.
dope that you talk about this type of stuff on the radio.
I do. I talk
Like, we
about
family and shit. Like yeah, we talking long.
That's why this is not. I don't call these interviews no
It's
more.
because of you, yo.
I don't call these interviews no more. We're having conversations.
It's because of Steve, for real, man.
Conversation on my.
And then she like, man, Murdock.
Huh?
Steve and motherfucking Murdock.
What you say? What you say?
I should have put Murdock conversation on my live.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, because motherfuckers would be
You
like,
could've.
no, that shit gonna be
Somebody
stupid.
smart and said something. Fuck, hold up. It's
Yeah.
an interview with.
Tell him drop that location.
About.
I'll punch him in their mouth right now.
Nah, it's a female, man.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
It's an interview, and it's my interview. That's what it is.
I love her. Thank you.
Ask her if she wants to come on for an interview.
Thank you for being disrespectful. Hey, yo, can I say something about last week?
Yeah, she said we ain't done.
If it's okay, can I say something about last weekend? If it's okay.
I guess. I don't know. What are you going to talk about next
Why
week?
you ain't never show up
For what?
for the show?
For what show?
Down here. I could have stayed here. We could have sat right here and just like that, man. Oh, what? Man, MGBRG, man. MGBRG, man. So stupid, man. Who run the city, man?
What show? What are you talking about?
I don't even want to get into detail. You can go on to the next question. Look, bro, like.
You ain't talking about somebody who.
Yo, man, look, man. Yo, you know who I am, right?
Oh.
I'm your brother, you know what I'm saying?
I was lost. I was lost in the applesauce.
That's all.
What's
I was
going
lost.
on with that picture right there?
I don't know.
I think
I
it
don't
was
know.
me for real.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know.
That should stop you from pursuing your dreams.
Oh well. Mixtape coming soon, June 12th.
June 12th.
Taking it to my grave.
Alright.
Baltimore Big Steve in here, man.
I'm on that CD too.
That's what we just said, I think.
My BDC Rockstar, man. The 118, man. Shit hot, man.
Shit.
So where?
Right on there, too, sir.
Okay. I'm going for you. I'm
I want to
going.
hear that. That's why I say, like, I see I'm on something. I be like, yo, send that bitch to motherfucker.
Right.
You got it, nigga. You got that shit, nigga.
You didn't ask him nothing about it. I just
This
send
nigga
it to
hit
me.
me. This
Try
nigga,
it, yo, send that shit to my
he got it. He got it. Nigga hit me back like, yo, that shit hot. Nigga, don't you know we ain't even write that shit, man?
Credit when credit due. Fuck no. Yeah.
Is that the one you was telling me
Yeah,
about?
that's
Like
why
you
we
said that
wanted
you was on something,
Yeah.
and you was like, I don't remember recording anything.
That's why we doing that marketing thing now. So that's going like, you're going to get your credit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Disco Kid, man. Oh, man.
Shouts out.
So Rockstar, where have you been that I'm just seeing you now?
I've been around. Like, I really like kind of like took a break. You know, the past couple of years. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing the 119 for a minute. Yo, how long we been doing each other? Like 10 years.
Like 13 years.
I've been doing it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I've been like doing music here and there, but I kind of took a step back, you know, for personal and for health reasons.
Yeah.
And then I just decided to get back into it one day, you know, because I just always like, whenever I would look at TV and see like people performing like the Soul Train Awards and stuff like that, it's like my family members or people like my friends or whatever be like, yo, that should be you. And it's like I would be thinking about that. And it's like one day I just made up my mind that I'd rather try and fail than I just couldn't like I couldn't just sit there no longer and not just
Right.
take a shot, you know.
I think that if there's something that you're passionate about, that even if you try to stop, it won't let you stop.
Yeah.
I've told people when they say, "Oh, I'm gonna quit rapping," I'm like, "You can't quit rapping." Like, what do you mean? I said, "You're always gonna want to rap. Now, whether or not you put another project out, that's something totally different. But you will always." Stuff will always be coming in your head. You'll always be writing and not realizing that writing because it is a part of you.
That's true.
And like I'm sure like the whole time that you were you say you took a step back, music was still within you.
I was still writing music. Like I was still like around music. I just wasn't like doing anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was still going to open mics. You know, I was still writing. You know, my man.
But it was more like. It was just like a hobby kind of thing. Like you knew that you couldn't put your whole heart into it right then and there.
It was basically like a reloading type of thing, like reset.
Yeah.
It's like at the time, like I said, I was having health problems. I have sickle cell anemia. So at the time, it was kind of beating me down a little bit. That and I started feeling like that maybe my time passed me by. But it was like the more I would listen to music on the radio, and I'd be like, "Dad, I think I'm better than that. I think I'm higher than that." It was like that. It was like I always planned on coming back. I just kind of like didn't know it. That sounds crazy, but it's like I think my body. It's like I think subconsciously I knew that I wasn't gonna give it up. And one day I think I was watching Ty Dolla $ign's perform, and the person I was with at that time was like, "Yo, you could do that. Like, go ahead and do that." And I was like, "For real?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, like go ahead and do that." And then I was talking to my daughters, and they was like, "Daddy, you should go for it." And I was talking to my mother, and she was like, "Yeah." And it's like me, I feel as though like where I'm from, they need to hear what's going on where we from.
Right.
You know, it's like, and I feel as though rappers in Baltimore, we need to unite and support each other. You know what I'm saying?
That's
we need
why
to
I
link
was
up and, you know, like what they call it, network. Yeah, we need to network, you know.
That's why I thought about Steve for real. I was like,
yeah,
you know
support each other.
Like, man, we do music together for real. So I was like, you know what, like, cause we serve for real. We ain't even playing for real. We working on marketing and shit like that. That's why I was like, you know what, like, we gonna take our time to Steve and Deezy and shit for real. And like, I ain't even say nothing to him yet. I just hit him up like, yo. Like 3 o'clock in the morning and shit. And niggas like, yo, I just woke up and shit. I had an idea and shit for real. I was like, yo, man, my man gonna start rocking with y'all for real. Because like for one, like, I'm not signed to nobody and shit like that for real. So like, I got my own brand, man. We is so stupid, you know what I'm saying? We got our own brand, you know what I'm saying? And we serious about our brand. We got our logo, we got our trailers and all that shit for it. I was like, yo, like what Steve and DZ doing for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we in the same category. We ain't doing no songs if it's not gonna be a hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to do no bullshit for real. We ain't trying to play around. And like, man, we got songs in the cuff right now that we ain't released yet, but we doing it the right way for real.
Right. Cause
like, he's showing me like the business and shit, like the marketing side of this. You know what I'm saying? And he working with the same marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like the same person that's marketing us, the same person that's marketing us. I was like, well, we might as well just go ahead. Just start rocking with each other for real. Yeah, like
Shouts out to Land.
I haven't seen Disco in a while.
If MG can connect with BRG, So Stupid can too for real.
iTunes.
And I believe it for real.
Spotify, Deezer.
Look, bro, like, really?
He's like, what? He's like, what?
I mean, like, I'm watching, like, one of them shows and shit.
Yeah,
like,
we trying to build a dynasty
talk shows and shit, like, that and film and shit, but not really like that and film. I feel like I'm watching one of them talk shows, so I don't even feel like I'm here.
Right.
I feel
like anybody else and shit. I thought about this shit. Like, I came in, like, yo, we gonna just rock with Steve.
The only thing, the whole thing about getting like networking, and I've been in the scenes. I came in 2006, 2007, and it's the same thing then than it is now. It's just the same thing. And what I said then is the same thing I say now. Not everybody's going to unite because everybody's going to have their own agendas, and they're going to and not really hate. It's just egos. Yeah. And everybody thinks they're better than the next man and everything else, and that's cool. You can think that you're better than somebody else, but at the same time, I see artists like Steve who post up, "Hey, going to Atlanta. Who want to? Anybody want to come along? Hey, I'm going here. You want to go along? Anybody want to go along? And reaching out to other artists, and nobody takes him up on that offer. And now when he's now everybody wants to know, how'd you get a feature with this person? How'd you get a feature with this person? How'd you get a feature with this one? And it's all about networking. That's what he did. He networked. There's I just seen today.
I'm speaking from Baltimore. We appreciate everything you've done. For like everything you've done, like the shit that you doing for real, we appreciate that shit for real, Steve, for real, because like you the first to ever do some shit like that.
I just seen
like the shit that you doing right now, like network with like Louisiana and these guys out of town and shit like that. Like the guys here in Baltimore, they don't got balls to do shit like that for real, or the audacity to do stuff like that for real. And then they hate to give big ups to another nigga for real. But like a nigga like me and my team that I'm building for real, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm working there. And it's just me and him. You know what I'm saying? And it's Keith Street. You know what I'm saying? She over there knocked out.
Leave her alone, she sleep.
I know. But she shoot out videos and stuff. That's my girlfriend and shit. But like we admire that shit and we acknowledge that shit for it. And that's the same route that we want to go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas do look at what you doing and shit. You feel me? And then you got a nigga like me for
they looking.
That's something I do.
When I'm referring to the Nets and shit, I'm gonna not say me for real because niggas already know when I'm doing this shit like that. But I'm gonna look at somebody that's doing something better. And like I can't even say nothing about nobody else but you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, on that note, I'm gonna play some music, and then we'll come back and we'll talk some more. Find out some more things that's going on and what's happening. Besides,
I got something I want to say if you finish.
All right. When we come back, we'll come back and we'll like I said, we'll talk some more. Oh, Murdock is like nonstop. He just nonstop. So it's in the spotlight. Your girl Lisa the Ball, Paparazzi, Hard Body Radio. We'll be right back after this.
Hard Body Radio in the building.
Oh, she was over at the gas station cleaning up.
Gas station right there?
Yeah, BP. Yeah.
Right here.
What? She not out.
I'm not doing that new album, I'm doing mixtape.
But anyway, same difference.
I did this with Sabir because like she booked us for an interview for Sweetbox, missed it, so I had to make it up to this.
I'm shy when we in the same room. Cause I can't stop.
What you think about this one? It's different, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta play him good.
But no,
I think he sent it.
I sent you a couple songs.
Yeah, it was
like everything not
really
really
fire
today, but like just when you listen to it. I sent the Steve, I sent the
Stupid Flow.
Yeah. Steve, he was ready, like, oh, I love that. We freestyle that shit.
I left my damn glasses in the car.
I thank you for having me today.
I told you. I told you last time we talked, and I was like, I'll get you on. So what she? Would you send it? You sent the song to her?
Yeah, she's supposed to be on it.
Yeah, I haven't seen because I don't come up here, but only on Saturdays.
Yeah, I think she started head design.
Yeah.
I got interviewed tomorrow.
With who?
Vicky. That's my cousin, the Smackdown Radio.
Oh, okay. I think that's who this is.
Yeah. I just heard that.
Did you?
Yeah. That's what I said. I do a lot. Like it got my logo, my label logo on it and all that stuff. I just don't be there. I come here because like I haven't been here in a while. So Baltimore Paparazzi right now. I'm going through some things in life for it, though, but I almost didn't even make it here today for it. But I was like, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I would talk mad shit about you.
Yeah. But I mean, I will forgive you.
No, because he was like, every time I talked to him, he was like, so,
That's why I had him. I said, bro, you can survive up there.
You know what I'm saying?
I just wanted to make sure.
Right.
That was my way of taking the time of my day, make sure that.
Right.
yeah, he does that. But that's what, like I said, I always say he gets on my nerves, but he really doesn't, like, he doesn't really get on my, he gets on my nerves like one of my fucking kids.
Yeah. Like me. Like me.
I don't know that about right. I might have to rent a car to do that shit. I gotta put my damn car in the shop. Well, I know that.
My man picked me up in Tyler. I think I'm gonna let that man go. But they can't figure out what it is.
Can't figure out.
They think it's a short wire. But
They can't find out where it's
like
at.
literally studying this car because he's like one of them mechanics who's like, ain't nothing going to defeat me.
Right, and it's defeating them.
Yeah, so yeah.
Tell them, say, I'll sell it to you.
I don't know, yo. I think if they can't figure out what's wrong with it by like Tuesday, I'm gonna get this.
You want to buy a $25 Charlie Guitar for $10? Yeah, you know, like, I was trying to get rid of it for like 2 days, but Robin tried to get it like that.
Show money on there.
Yeah.
Alright, nigga, I'm going to Charlie with me.
I mean, you know,
Nigga, you look at that motherfucker in the class,
That's like
go right over and shoot
my homeboy posted up. He got a Kia Sorento, one of like little mini SUVs, and he said he wanted $1,450 for it. I was gonna go look at it, and I was gonna try to get it for a lot less because that's when I bought my that Sonata I had, and he gave it to me for $600, and I was gonna go look at it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go do that now. He said somebody found you in Kyle.
Yeah, like it's an 08. I just looking at it earlier.
Is that same body style? Kind of like that same body style we seen that day? Yeah.
Yeah, it's that body. Yeah. Look, I'm not picky. You know why?
Right. Because you
I'm
need.
saying this dude, like, he just came up on it the other day and shit. He like, I gave you 15 and shit. And I'm like, that. He said I had to make payments and shit. I'm living my life. I'm not broke, man.
It's not about being broke.
Ooh, shit. Yeah.
And we're back in the spotlight. Your girl Lisa the Boat on Paparazzi Hard Body Radio. We just listened to 2 songs. Miss Darling and was that Smoothies? With Life Stevenson. I always like her. I see her.
Shout out to Fly B.
Smoothies.
He produced
Like-
Smoothies.
like-
That's the original song.
Like movies, but smoothies.
Oh, I was thinking.
Yeah, sex
I know you were. You was thinking
Yeah.
Smoothie King. You was thinking about smoothie. Yes,
Yeah, sex movies. Yeah.
Oh,
Sex movies.
Yeah, that's why it's called Smoothies, but it stands for sex movies. If you listen to the hook, it say, what I really wanna do, make a smoothie, just you and me. What I'm in, I wanna do sex movies. Let's make a scene.
oh, okay.
Yo, send
No,
that,
no,
send that to me.
I got you,
Send
bro.
that
I just want to say this.
I got
We
you.
can make that better, yeah.
I already know.
I just want
I
to
just
say
saw
this.
something and shit.
It's
I
a
just
lot
saw
of
something.
it's a lot of people that's you feel
I know.
trying to get out here and rap. Like I got a lot of homeboys I be trying to tell them, you feel me? This is hard work. This is not a game. This is 24/7. Like right now, I haven't had any sleep last night because I was working on music. People think that it's just going to come to you. You got to get out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? You got to register with BMI. You got to get your music copywritten. You got to promote yourself. You got to get out there constantly and grind. You got to stay in the studio. You got to stay writing, whether it's writing on a pad, pen, paper, or whether you're on your phone. You got to stay moving. You can't be stagnant. It's not going to come to you. It's not going to knock on your door, and you're not going to get a record deal, especially where we from. We're from Baltimore. They don't think we got any talent here, so it's not going to come to us. We're going to have to work hard. A lot of people got excuses for this, It's a lot of people you'll reach out to and be like, let's go to the studio, or let's make some beats, or let's, write some rhymes or whatever, and then they don't want to do it. And then as soon as you make it, the first thing they say is, oh, you left me. Yo, how you gonna do this video without me? I was gonna come to the shoot. You posting on Facebook for 2 or 3 weeks for niggas to show up. You know what I'm saying? For a video shoot.
You know what I just thought of, right?
I don't know, but I know you left the video.
This is hard work. This is really hard work. This is the hardest thing that I have ever done in my life. It takes all of your time.
This is the first interview ever.
You gotta be willing to make sacrifices. You can't chase women. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you sacrifice, you'll get back 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 in the end. That'll be your reward. But right now, you got to give things up. If you're a boxer, you would have to give certain things up. If you played in the NFL, you have to give certain things up. In the NBA, the same thing is just like this. You're an entertainer. You have to sacrifice certain things. You got to keep yourself in top mental and physical condition for this. It's not a game. It's not a joke. So my advice to anybody out there, if you want to get on, put yourself on. You know what I'm saying? Get out there and grind, network, promote yourself, stay in the studio, stay writing. Don't be stagnant. You feel me? Keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm glad that you said that because I just had a conversation with a friend of mine. He called me yesterday and was telling me, you know, some things or whatever, and I was just like, you know, he gave somebody an opportunity. I guess he's still giving the person an opportunity to. He's like, he wasn't, you know, he believed in this person, you know, the talent that this person has. And was like, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm not going to charge you for, you know, studio time. You know, you can use the studio. Da 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 da. He said, you know, the person's 17 years old, still in high school, but posting up on social media, I'm bored. Who's outside? This, that, and the third. Yeah. Instead of going and taking the opportunity to be in the studio. Yeah. You know, when this is what you say you want to do. And like, you know, like Steven said, like, you know, he gets bluffed all the time, and it's crazy, you know.
So do I believe him. So
you know. So what I hate to see is this. I hate to see somebody make a song that's a hit. It's a hit. Yeah. You did this collab with somebody, and it's a song. You go and be like, all right, yo, I got this show, blah 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 blah. You know, we're gonna do this song. Man, I can't make it, or I can't. I don't know. You know what I mean? And yeah, in this time and age where everybody is a YouTube, like getting their fame from YouTube now, hardly anybody's doing any shows. It seems like in Baltimore, shows are being done constantly in other places, but it's like in Baltimore is very rare. Like I just what is it? I just seen a flyer for a show at the Wind Up Space next month, and seen a couple familiar names on there. But there's a lot of people that I didn't know. But it's not like it used to be, where there was so many different venues with so many different shows happening, and everybody was performing. And like I said, I always say, isn't it, now the fame is coming from the YouTube. That's the reason why a lot of people think that they're going to make it, because they're getting fame off of YouTube. They're getting, oh, I got such and such many views, and they're getting fame off of, you know, doing the little videos on IG and whatnot. But then when I do see them perform, when they do get a chance, somebody else, they look at the views of the person and the fame of the song, and be like, oh, well, I can put them on my show, and people will come to see them perform. They're basically just using them. Yeah. That's cool, but when they get up there, they don't know how to hold the microphones. They just up there partying. They're not really performing. Yeah, you know, so there's steps they're missed by not having these shows and not having to perform to get the fans, you know, get more fans and get notoriety and whatnot. So, I have an issue with a lot of that. There is a lot of bluffing that goes on. Yeah, there's a lot of, you know, there's so many, like, you can't throw a stone without hitting somebody who raps now. Everybody raps. That's true. Not well.
Everybody in their fall rap.
Not well, but they rap. Of course. And, you know, I like people that have their own unique sound. Yeah. They're not trying to sound like what's on the radio. And a lot of things that I've heard is they're trying to sound like what's on the radio. They already have that. Yeah. If music execs are looking for people, they're not looking for what they already have.
They're looking for something different.
They're looking for something different, something unique. And that's the reason why I think a lot of the old school is coming back. Yeah. You know, it's coming back because people are getting tired of what they're hearing on the radio. You know, the younger kids, they're loving this stuff because it's simple-minded. Yeah. It's easy to remember the hooks. It's, you know, nobody knows exactly what they're saying in the verses because it makes no sense. Yeah. So you know, when it comes, it's a lot of it is coming back. I don't know where the trash can is. A lot of it is coming. A lot of the rap is the boom bap and everything else is coming back. So, so you rap.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you look like a singer.
Yeah, I rap. I do both.
Because you just look like a singer to me.
Yeah, I got a song out right about now where I sing called "I Just Want to Know" featuring Willie Bands. He got a rap to it. I do a little bit of both rapping and singing. You know, I wouldn't call myself a singer because you know I can hold a note pretty good.
Right. So can Steve.
Yeah,
you can hold a note.
Yeah,
with auto-tune.
And that's the thing. Like,
yeah, I was like that song you used auto-tune on. I was like,
I'm not. That's from Steve.
I know. The one he had just played.
All that singing shit that I'm doing, I'm not that shit from Steve. I started criticizing him and shit like, stop singing. So I can take it and start doing it for myself like 50 Cent.
Because for one, you have a very, very unique look. You know, it's not the typical, like for me, it's not the typical rapper look. Of course, you know, now you got the Skittles kids rapping and everything. Now, you know, they got, I call them Skittles kids because they look like a bag of damn Skittles and Starburst. But you know what I mean? Like your whole appearance, you just, to me, remind me of almost like, which one is it? Which one has the band from Drew Hill? Nokia?
Cisco?
No, not Cisco. Nokia. He's got the band Black Angel Down.
Oh, yeah.
And they are phenomenal.
I ain't even know they was on that shit till I met him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I met him in Austin, Texas.
We got to shout out Drew Hill too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like people, you know, say, oh, well, you know, you even said like how they're not looking. They are looking at the industry is looking at Baltimore, but when they do find somebody like Scooter and Young Moose, Scooter ended up getting killed. Moose ended up going to jail. The industry is going, that's too much problems. You know what I mean? That's too much. That's too much to deal with. But now, like I said, I've always preached independent since I first came in here. When my nephew, my little 16-year-old nephew, was like, I want to deal. I want to deal with Cash Money. He wanted to deal with Cash Money, Young Money. He wanted Lil Wayne to sign him because he's But you know, but. But you know, but even back then, I was like, the distribution, like at that time, it was becoming easier to do your own distribution. It was just coming to that. It was a little pricey, but it could be done, and you were going to get the money back from it. Now, because they was like the first ones that I remember.
My thing,
right.
Is like I want like Steve to have more Baltimore behind him too, probably like how like DZ got like more Texas and Louisiana behind him too.
But you know, but can I say something though? On that note, that would be wonderful if Baltimore did get behind Steve like that.
I am. I am Baltimore.
But Steve's got people all in other states behind him.
Right, and I just want that shit the other day. Like we like
trolling this nigga.
Yeah, so
my people over there in Memphis and shit. I see his name comment. I'm like, what the fuck?
You be surprised. You be surprised too.
I'm like, bruh, I'm just networking.
He went out to LA last year.
Yeah.
And
we did the same thing, bruh.
But he was out in LA last year and woke up. You would say he woke up the next day and the Hispanic guys that was out there was bumping your music and shit.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to whatever game that was, man.
He was just talking about that shit
fans in Ghana.
Right, he was talking like our friends are like our countries and shit like that.
Shouts out to Accra, Ghana.
So I was like,
it was like 30 of them out there in one parking lot. One nigga told all of them to play this shit, and he bumped this shit. I got it on Snapchat and shit.
It's like Hugger's son. He's been since he was 13. He's like 16, 17 now. And today Hugger posted up that he got his song on a playlist in the UK now. There's a radio station in the UK that's playing Jay's song now, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
you surprised
right? And that's like I said, like it's cool. Like I've always said this, it's cool. Like you get a fan base at home. Not everybody's gonna support you. Not everybody's gonna follow you. Not everybody's gonna do all this shit. That's cool. Get your fan base at home, and then go out different places. That's exactly what a few artists from here have done. Look at Los. When Los, nobody was really fucking with Los. Like I knew Los from the Mondawmin, you know, parking lot, you know, with the videos and stuff when he was rapping and everything else. And then when Bad Boy picked him up, you know, people was like, oh yeah, well, blah, blah, blah. As soon as he got dropped that first time, oh yeah, well, you know, they wanted to talk down to him. Then he got picked up again. But let me tell you, I'm standing in line for a show at Sonar when Sonar was open. It was the Royce the 5'9" show, and Los was on the show. And I'm standing there. This one I was inside, and the dudes behind me were just talking, white boys. Turn around and look. He was like, "We're just here for Los." I said, "Where y'all from?" "Buffalo, New York." As soon as Los gets off stage, we leaving. We not here for Royce. I said, "Well, can you guys just stay and watch only? Can you stay and just watch a couple of local artists?" Yeah.
That's my best friend from high school.
So, and then I was at Soundstage at one of his shows, and a mother was there with her son. They drove 4 hours to come see Los. So,
that's
getting the fan base at home is cool.
You should know,
like, do you see what she's saying? Though?
Yeah, I know exactly what she's saying.
Like, yo, if you come here and he sell out, that's not Baltimore.
That's not Baltimore selling out.
She mentioned only, yo.
You can fill a stadium in some of these other states.
And don't you remember us rapping in the courtyard at Walbrook, me, you, only, J-Rock off top, man? We came up with the best rappers ever, man.
But
I wasn't cool.
Right.
I'm out that class, yo.
Man,
Big Steve
and like it's like I said. Okay, I'm gonna give you another example. Stars. I was at the Tech 9 show last year. Stars brought out. Tech brought Stars out. He said Baltimore's own Stars. It was quiet in there because nobody knew who he was. I did. I was like, hey, I'm looking around. But Stars has a fan in Denver, Colorado who has his logo tattooed on her. So, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to have all of your hometown behind you.
Right.
Baltimore does not have to be completely behind you. Like I said, I keep bringing Steve up because Steve is like one of the only ones that I know that has done the things that he's done as far as going out of state, going to Puerto Rico, going to LA, going to New Orleans, Houston, you know, going to different places.
Steve, why is I'm riding with you right now? Just enjoy the moment, bruh. Just enjoy the moment, bruh.
You know what I mean? So
you here for the moment. I'm like yo.
Like you said, you didn't even know you had somebody in Ghana that was, you know, like I said, when I go back and I look on my YouTube, and I do this for a reason. Like everybody's like, oh, you should go live on. No, I go on YouTube because that way everybody can see because that's the only thing that's on my channel is all my interviews. Yeah. So you can see, I can go back and I can look and see people from the UK. Somebody from the UK has looked at the video. Somebody from some other country has looked at the video. Mm-hmm. Australia, different countries have looked at the video.
International support.
Right. So, you know, it's all about, it really is, it used to be all about getting that hometown support. Yeah. Now, hometown, like I said, we have Los, Drew Hill, Rough Ends, Little Mo, Tony Braxton, you know, she's from Severn.
Mario.
Yeah, you know, we have all these artists that have made it, quote unquote, I'm using air quotes, have made it
but never
in the industry. But not even that. But as far as rap, you know, Los is about the only one that's really made it.
Yeah.
Jay Oliver, who's a producer, like he's made, you know, he's known in the industry. He's made beats for people.
He did Take Burn Them Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also did a song for Hugger's Son too.
You know,
the song that's being played in the UK is the J. Oliver.
I'm a hip hop fan, so like,
but
yeah.
There's a lot of people that have quote unquote made it in the industry, but we just don't know it because it's not flashy. Street Scott, who's a producer and also a rapper and now a singer, he sings a little bit too. He used to do work with Dipset.
Okay.
You know, back in the day, he used to work with them. So there's people in the city that have quote unquote made it, but to have that person like, you know, like what we see in the industry from Baltimore, I think the closest we have is what DMX. He was born here, but you know, moved to Yonkers. Yeah.
Shout out to Dipset.
Tupac, who used to live here, you know.
I was just talking to you about this shit the other day. I was trying to get that picture that my grandmother took with Tupac holding me as a baby.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's people that have made it.
Shouts out to Tupac.
You know, so I mean, Baltimore has the talent. Baltimore has a lot of talent. There are a lot of artists in here.
I got a question I want to ask you. You said when I was like, because to me it seemed like they don't rock with Baltimore, but you said they do. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I'm talking about the industry artists.
Yeah, the industry.
I mean, the industry always looks at Baltimore. Like there's, you know, Kevin Lyles is from here.
Yeah.
You know, and I have friends who have people that are A&Rs from different companies, and they all say the same thing, that they see Baltimore, and I think they're just looking for that one standout, like that one standout artist. You know, Damon Blue. You know, everybody was backing Damon Blue about we have so much talent here. I don't know exactly what it's going to take for that people to start talking about.
For that artist.
Yeah, I want to mention one thing. He's not a rap artist. He's
right.
He's not like a single rap, but he's a rock star. He's a rock artist. He's a rock artist. He do rock music for him. But like when me and him get together, I'm bringing him to that.
So is it like almost like a Tech Nine kind of thing where you can rap? You rap over rock beats.
I make rock beats too.
Yeah. That's why I say you don't have the look of a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, rock, pop rock.
But like I said, the industry has always looked at Baltimore because we have talent here and they know it. It's just that.
Fuck the industry.
Right.
You going out here to these people, you gotta touch these people. That's all it's about is the people.
I think we need to go back to the days of UGK and Cash Money No Limit selling out your trunk and
I thought about
you know.
You said no.
I actually thought about
No limit.
I know a guy that trying to see and all that.
She said no limit.
Remember outside your house when we was going in the record, that guy stopped me because he recognized me when we was shooting the video. I just want to know he burned CDs. I thought about that. Like maybe I should.
I mean, it can all.
And come out the trunk with the CDs.
It can. I mean, it's you know, it's everything can be done independently. It's so much easier now. Like you said, everything can be. You can put all your music on and streaming because everything is streaming. I just finally went into the streaming. I'm still learning my damn app or whatever. But I'm going back. I'm getting into streaming because before I would just get the music, download the music or whatever. But now I'm into the streaming because it's easier. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for the day when they stop selling CDs.
You can't get no new releases on CD.
Right.
I just realized.
You was just telling me something about that.
The rental ain't got no Bluetooth, so I'm running in the CD store looking for. Nobody should come out on CD.
Right.
Nobody.
Right, because everything is going to streaming.
They're just selling off what they have.
Yeah, it's like they're transitioning. Like when they transition from 8 tracks to cassettes to CDs and everything, then went to MP3s, and now everything is into streamring. Right, it's so much easier, like you said, to get your BMI and copyright. Like you touched on that. Back when I first come into everything, I couldn't believe how many people didn't know what BMI and ASCAP was. And I was like, I'm not even in, I looked things up. I heard somebody say something about BMI and ASCAP. So I went and I researched it. I have a tab on my bookmarks right now still for copyright and trademark because I was looking that stuff up. And because I wanted to know if there was anything that I could do to help these artists that nobody, you know, it would be like, okay,
Start your own label.
It would be, no. I said that real quick. Because people ask me to be their manager all the time and I refuse.
I did too. I hit you.
I refuse. But my whole, like, it's so...
She's so wild.
She sound, that's what I was about to say. You sound like, you sound like...
I pay attention and I learn. And I learn from artists who've been doing this for a long time. And like people like Bridget, who, you know, she would...
Bridget Johnson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her and Draco, yo, they could... shorty.
So, you know, going from people that didn't know what all that was to now, it's so easy to get it all done. It's easy to do your copyright. It's easy to do your publishing. It's easy to put your music on streaming. The only thing it takes is some money and investing in yourself.
It does. That's exactly what it does. That's what I do. I mean, I download my song, and I upload my songs through DistroKid. You know, it costs a couple of dollars, but like you say, you got to invest in yourself. You just got to be willing to invest in yourself, invest your time, your money. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just, it's a constant grind, you know, and it's like a lot of people think it's just going to come to them, and it's not. It's not going to just come to you.
Well, like I said, they see the ones that put their videos on YouTube, and they think that they're going to get instant, you know, because like I have this kind of conversation with people all the time about, you know, well, these are the kids that got the streets, and that's cool, they got the streets. Like, to me, my thing is, you have to have the whole package. For me, it's the music, having good music, and that stage presence.
Yes.
I need to see that stage presence because I say this all the time. I can go back here in the studio and I can record something, and I can sound good as hell because that engineer is that good and can tweak everything. But then when I get on stage.
That's another thing, yo. If we could press Lisa with your stage performance and shit like that for, like you ain't good space for it.
I mean, because I, you know, that's for me.
She hit me back. It's like, I like that song. I was talking like a motherfucker. Hey, I got Lisa every show.
16th of what?
Next month.
What?
It's supposed to. I'm supposed to.
It's supposed to?
Yeah, he hasn't gotten back to me to confirm the date.
Why don't we just tell him he gotta pick another date? Let's he says you can broadcast from different places now, right?
I know what you're getting ready to ask me.
Yeah, Wisdom Court Summer Jam.
I know.
Ooh.
And that's a good plug for him. See, like that's crazy how I say shit like that. You know,
That's because you're performing, aren't you?
I'm performing, and it's like my comeback kid. You feel me?
How much it cost for a set, bro?
I don't know.
For the what's it called, Summer Jam?
I don't know if is it already booked?
Shit, booked. But no, I need you there anyway.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and play some more music, and then we're going to come back and talk some more. Yes, it was just pouring. Where you been? All right, we'll be right back, y'all. Hard Body Radio in the spotlight. Your girl Lisa, the Baltimore Paparazzi.
Can you play Amulet?
I don't have that one. Do I? No. I don't know what this one is. What the last one is. But
Is that me? That's you. Didn't even know.
If I send it to you, could you play it?
Stupid flow.
What's the one I sent you? You like, oh, I like that song.
All day I'm blowing loud, you can catch me low. Right there, hitting switches, no I drive slow. Bought my money guaranteed, ready to come low.
That one. Wait a minute, hold up. Which one? Because he sent me one.
Yeah, I think that's what
This one right here.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amulet.
I don't know what it is. That's the one he sent me. So that's the one.
And you say, I look like a singer. That's the song I got. Yeah, I sing in my Wizzy Band's rap.
Oh Lord, you gonna make me try to type something? I ain't got my glasses. In the spotlight 127@gmail.
That one's called I Just Want to Know.
Okay. No, I'm keeping it good in my email now.
It's just like getting him to master.
Man, that's what I'm gonna do when I get my own shit.
What's that?
You know, we trying to get your own shit. Got the software. I got the software. Like, we can record our own shit. It's just like showing your own master.
That was my plan when I get my
It'll be cheap, right?
I get my shit together. Cause I just come in there.
But I was but I rap about the streets of Baltimore, but I don't say that I'm
Check
a
that.
drug seller or anything like that. That would be fake.
See, that's like when I hear certain things from certain artists, and I be like,
Yeah.
it's one thing if you rapping about it. I looked over and you look like Gates. Just now I looked over and you look like, I glanced over and you look like Gates.
Yeah, you look different, man.
I don't know why. But
You say when you see
yeah, when I see, if you're talking about it like you're talking about it from a perspective of seeing it, if you're seeing it, that's one thing. But if you talking about that you doing this, that, and the third, and I'm like,
no, I don't never say that I'm doing it. I just say, you know, that's what goes on.
nothing came through. It didn't come. The song didn't come through. It's just a blank. It's just a blank. It's just a blank email. I don't know what happened.
You buy my CDs and shit.
What?
You buy my CDs.
Yeah, why wouldn't I buy your CD? It's the 119. Why would I not buy his CD?
Shit, I
What was
saw
it again?
Steve and Dee song.
Huh?
Who was it again?
In the spotlight. In the spotlight. 127.
This is my new single, nigga. I'm gonna fuck the sum up with this one.
Like this.
It says it can't because it's over 20 megabytes.
Okay.
That's why I can't send it.
So I make a scene and shit. When I meet the president, I'ma ask to take a piss. Some call me stupid or mad scientist. I actually destroy shit and rebuild it. I'm that nigga you love to hate, and I ain't do shit. So I'm Valentine's Day, I'm anti-Cupid. I don't give a fuck about this, I have no emotion. I have no emotion. Get with the private shit, I have no emotion. I have no emotion. Give a fuck about this, I have no emotion.
That's why I said I be getting Blizzard on his savage shit. Blizzard, you getting Blizzard on it? You like, what Blizzard?
I have no emotion. Fuck your opinion, and how you feeling? I'm still gonna be here from start to finish. I'm all about the
Stinky leg.
That looks like that car we seen. That looks like that car we seen the other day. Remember the car we seen the other day? We was going towards Forest Park. We was on Windsor Mill, and the car was right there, and the tire was, the axle was broken.
Yeah, I fucked up my memory.
This video almost done. This video.
No, it says it's too big. It's because it says it's too big. For whatever reason. For whatever reason, it's 20 megabytes.
Yeah, that's why I tried to send you the album, because that's the album I sent it.
How you gonna do this something?
Welcome back to In the Spotlight. Your girl Lisa, the Baltimore Paparazzi. Yo, what did you do to Blizz to get him to get on that track like that?
Well, you know, it goes
Let's
back.
go on that song.
Yeah, it was the second verse.
God damn.
Well, you know, like we go back to the Booster Music Group and we Blizz and Torture and stuff. So like, Blizz has said ever since my first album and shit. Like, I get him out of his character and stuff like that for real. I get him cursing on my song. And the only person that pointed that out and made me think about was this guy right here.
I think what it is I think Blizz, because you know when Blizz first came out.
Oh, Blizz is crazy. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I never thought about it. He did curse.
Right. Blizz is come he come out of his shell. You know what I mean? Like I said, I love being able to say that I've seen somebody grow in you know, musically, and I've gotten to see a lot of people grow, you know, in their life. You know,
right.
like when I a lot of these people like a lot of these kids, because they're kids to me, they didn't have kids. Now they got kids, and I'm like, God damn, I'm old as shit. Because now they got kids and stuff. So I'm just like, you know, watching him grow. Like I watched him grow from this, you know, like you said, he didn't cuss, and the things that he was rapping about, and now the music that he's making now, like Fallen Angels, like when he performed it last year, and he got off, well, wasn't even off stage because it was on the floor, but when he got done rapping, you know, I was like, yo, I like that song. And this was at a spot that the sound system sucks and everything, but I was just like, I like that song. And then he, you know, he did a video for it this year, and he put it out.
I've been recording Blizzard for a couple of years now, though. A lot of people don't know I was engineering for a couple of years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like right after the General Beast, the mental headbangers situation, he left the mental headbangers, and before he got with MAM. Yeah, I was recording and engineering live music. You know what I'm saying? Putting them in like circles with a lot of people that ain't never done stuff with, like him and my cousin Duchess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I was just asking about Duchess the other day.
Man, I seen Duchess walking down Baltimore Street.
I'm glad she's doing all right, because I know she been...
Kashi 69. I seen her.
Don't talk about her, because you talking about her hair.
Look,
you talking about her hair because it's
right? I was
yeah.
dead serious. I don't be playing. I had just left from Good Times. I seen DJ Steve in there and stuff. I'm walking down the street, and I see the girl sitting. Like, I didn't even know it was a girl. You know what I'm saying? She's sitting right there on the bench at the bus stop. And I just seen some like purple and other type of color hair. So me who I am, I'm Murdock. I'm like, oh, that's Takashi. I don't know no better. So I sat right there beside her and looked her in her face, and she turned around and looked at me. I'm like, oh man, that's my own cousin.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Duchess,
make you check in.
Duchess, like I said, I just asked about Duchess. I was having a conversation, and her name got brought up, and I said, well, how's she doing? Because the last time I seen her, you know, she was dealing with, you know, being sick and being in the hospital.
Shout out to
you know,
she got a little sickle cell.
Yeah, so I kind of, you know, I always kind of like, there's certain, like I said, I pay attention and I watch, you know, I see things on Facebook. I don't really like reach out to people a lot, cause like I said, and like Dutch was like, we ain't friends on Facebook. I was like, oh girl, we ain't friends on Facebook. Like,
yeah, man.
I think we friends on Facebook now. That's why
she be on there trolling and all that stuff.
That's what she's always been like that though, and she's always been like that. Like I said, I've been blessed enough to see a lot of talented artists in this scene, and
yeah, you reach out to a lot of, like, it ain't like we asked you to do it, you did it for yourself and stuff like that, and that's why I want to say Happy Mother's Day to you. And stuff like that. We appreciate you, Lisa, for real, because like the things that you did for us and stuff like that coming up for real, you didn't have to for real.
No, and I still like I said, there's certain people that I have no problem, like, you know, like TAGMG is performing at the show, talking about on Wind Up Space, and when Dro posted up, I said, well, I have something else that day that I have to do. But I'm trying to come to that right after, because I've got to go videotape. I got to video and take pictures at a graduation party for a woman who's graduating from college. She got my name from, I did a celebration of life for a woman who was dying of cancer. Right. So her family threw a big party for her while she was still alive. And I was blessed enough to be able to take pictures for their memories. You know what I mean? And stuff like that touches me, because you're trusting me to savor memories, which that's what I've been doing all these years. Like, somebody pointed out to me, like, all the pictures that I've taken over the years, right? Like, I go back and I look at these pictures and be like, and you can see the difference. Like Savage the Beast, when he had little dreads, you know, he had these little baby dreads, and now he doesn't have any dreads because he cut them all off. And, you know, Steve, you know, even Fat Steve. And then, you know, seeing like something popped up on my memories the other day from Friends when we were out there on Eastern Avenue.
Oh yeah,
for Hard Knocks.
You know, I posted that picture that you took.
Which one?
Years ago.
The one out where everybody was outside the doors.
Me, Steve, GC, Monet, it was Scarlett, Greg, Bugsy. It was all of some, like, the last time we're friends for there in Eastern Avenue.
Yeah, that was. I think that was Knox's birthday.
Yo,
in the spotlight 127.
Yo, you know how old that picture is, yo?
Yeah.
Spotlight, LIGHT.
Yeah, just like Spotlight. Like
oh,
Spotlight.
that's your shit?
Yeah.
Oh,
You always send it to Baltimore Paparazzi, but that's cool. There's just certain, like, anything that comes for the show, usually, you know, that's what I do.
My bad, I ain't know.
No. 127, yeah. It's my birthday, December 7th. But, you know, I've taken
You ain't a Capricorn?
No.
Almost.
No, not even close. My father's a Capricorn. But,
you okay?
But I've taken these pictures over the years, and they've become like memories. What? Are you still laughing at that damn truck?
Funny as shit. I'm thinking about the video and shit.
Yo, my children's father was doing a stinky leg before it was a stinky leg, because he actually did that dance. Like, that's how he danced years ago.
It's in the spotlight. What?
127. Yeah, he was. My daughter said that. She was like, Daddy was doing a stinky leg before it was a stinky leg. He has no rhythm.
Is that Gmail?
A Gmail, yeah. He's getting surgery on Tuesday, so we're all going to the hospital. But please do. He get on my nerves, but I don't want him to die. He's my children's father, and yeah. Look, what you done forgot something already.
We got him, you know, in the morning.
Right. But what was I gonna say? But like I was saying about the memory thing, you know, it's like when the memories come up on Facebook, you know, and it's like, wow, I remember. Yeah, I'm like, wow, I remember that night. You know, I remember, like,
I remember a lot of nights.
I don't.
Because like every time, like I remember like how like we bump heads with each other. We gotta be one way.
I show you pictures with your 3X's.
I got it.
Bro, I still remember my fucking birthday party night, yo. Down at the Five Seasons when things was good.
That night was dope.
Yeah, it was, man. Lisa was
That was
catching
my
me
first-
topless.
that
And
was-
she was talking about it. I was hot. That Molly was in me, man. I took
Right.
my shirt off.
Right.
That was my first song.
But like Baltimore was in
Yeah.
that building that night, yo.
It came through.
Everybody was in that building that night, yo. Yeah, Steve, yeah, Scar,
Yeah, 'cause, like, I
Lil
like-
Mommy, 3D, everybody in there. We had motherfucker Wood in there.
I knew that.
Wood was in the Hollywood. Wood was in the building.
Yeah. Shouts out to Wood.
Man.
I know that that video you posted when y'all went to Pennsylvania. That was fire.
Yeah, I was with them.
You was there when niggas went to Pennsylvania.
I went with them.
I forgot was it Milton, Pennsylvania?
Yeah, it was Milton.
Yeah.
Right. That was fire. I liked it that.
Oh,
And the guy got me rock that song together.
The whole video, he sent the video, the footage.
I seen the whole thing. Everybody.
I bought a nigga a
The
beard.
guy got
I
the
bought a
same
dude a
song
beard, a
together.
motherfucking film, man, Steve said.
Yeah, that was fire. That was lit. That's the
Oh,
type of
experience.
shit I wouldn't be a part of.
Which one was that?
That was the one last year in February and shit. But it was just like a real hip hop vibe and that bitch
Yeah.
like crowded up on you.
I wasn't there.
You good? No, she wasn't?
I wasn't at that one.
Nah,
Man,
it was dope.
it was
But
lit.
I mean, I don't know. Every time
I can sense the
it's
vibe.
like you'll see who people fuck with and who they don't fuck
Right.
with by just watching who they stand up for. I'm standing
When
up for.
Steve could be
So
on
I'm
his
thinking
set.
in my head, none of these people know who the fuck I am. My
But
shit
they
gonna-
showed you mad
my shit
love.
gonna be done.
They
And
showed
then when
you
I got
mad
on that
love.
motherfucker mic, it's just something you don't realize how many motherfuckers really paying
Yeah.
attention to you, follow your shit, even know the songs and shit.
Yeah.
I know how I handle it.
That internet really is your friend when it comes to this shit, man.
Yep.
I know how I handle that shit for real. Cause like I was on Steve's set. I was on Steve's set and my song, like my part of the song came on and stuff. Like he made the setup right and stuff for real. Like but when my part came on, like I ain't know how I handle it. It was too much live shit. The whole set was live. The whole night was live for real.
Yeah, Milton, PA. They always every time we go up there, every time I've been up there, they really love music and.
Billy Live and came at him, he was like, yo, you did a good job. I'm like, man, I came up there with Steve. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Steve already had that shit planned out.
But you know, it's like different places when you go. Like you always get loved out of town. Always.
Yeah.
And it's just because and if you got good music, that you're going to get new fans. People going to be rocking to your music.
Yeah.
You know,
it was crazy.
If you got good music, the out of town love gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah.
You don't know who's looking. Like Billy Live hit me up personally. He was like, yo, I like the way you did that whole little, like, he didn't know that I was like filming the whole. I was doing one of your numbers, Lisa. like for real. You know what I'm saying? Because like you my favorite. Like between you and Teresa Davis and shit, like y'all my
Teresa
favorite.
caught me at the Ghostface show. She was
incognito with it when you was filming.
Yeah, I had to pay. I bought a nigga a beer, which he was a rapper on not MAN, but on Knoxville. I was like, yo, I'm gonna buy you a beer. You know what I'm saying? And you called me and Steve set and stuff. It was nice, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That was like that's just like when I went down the line with Steve and stuff like that. I'm down there cameraman.
I'm trying next time. I'm trying to go to Atlanta too.
Man, man.
Let's plan that shit.
Me, him, and Niecy Boo, yo, we had a ball down there for real.
Yeah,
like
we gotta plan that early.
We down there to film him.
Right next year, man.
And we get to perform. I asked him like,
Hopefully, I still have my job at the hotel.
I need you South by Southwest.
Yeah, we definitely
make that commitment. You'll come out there and see the other side of the fucking world.
I want to go because
You can go, nigga. just go.
Well, leave me in a hotel when y'all go to clubs. And stuff.
It's outside. It's a street.
It's a whole strip.
Oh, why? Well, where's that? I mean,
Nigga. It's a whole strip. Everybody out there, motherfuckers, celebrities and shit.
Right, they just walking around. They just walking
on
around.
the fucking street, yo. And we out there just networking with the people. That's how we start fucking with, what's your name? Down in Baton Rouge and shit. Main Music and them niggas and shit. Kid, all of them. Just on the street. Like, nigga, oh, yeah, nigga, I've been fucking with you since I was a teenager. You know, just striking a conversation. Nigga, give me his number and shit. Boom. On and popping like
real.
that.
See, that's like I got to meet David Banner when we went to New Orleans the last time.
And I'm like, yo, she met David Banner. You know, I love this nigga.
And he retweeted my happy
I
birthday
seen
to
it.
him.
No, I seen it. No, I seen that.
That made my day.
I seen
that.
that.
That's right up there. That's right there with Gary Owen commenting on my damn status that I made one day. You know, the comedian, the white guy. He commented on my shit one day. I was like, oh.
But see, like another thing with you, with like your homegirl from down Memphis and stuff like that, she added me because like she saying that you tagged me in something, so like she added me on Facebook and stuff like
That's
that.
That's someplace else you wanted to go to, right? Memphis.
Yeah, he got a lot of fans down there.
You want to go back and make some names?
That chick be taking pictures with Yo Gotti. She like a biggest Lil Wayne fan.
I got a couple motherfuckers out there fucking.
See, and that's my whole thing. That's like what he was saying about what Rockstar was saying about, you know, networking. You like I've seen, like, I used to throw, you don't know this, but I used to throw my own showcases. It was called In the Spotlight.
Yeah, you did.
At 5 Seasons.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
she really did.
Right.
That's how we got on. That's how people know about it.
I believe, you know what, the reason why I said, oh, yeah, is because I wish
she
was
Britney.
Well, I wish I was too. Some days I wish I was too.
Yeah.
But I used to throw showcases, and when artists would get off stage, other artists would be like shaking their hands, exchanging information. You know, everybody they were networking. Yeah. Hard Body Radio, Skipper came my very first show and interviewed everybody that came off stage on my show and interviewed me. You know, I'd never been like interviewed. You know, Mainism was supposed to be interviewing me, and I had to bust in on him talking to Steve outside of Paparazzi that night. You remember that?
He said something about this
video. It's a video that was done.
That was the last interview he did.
But you know, so it was a lot of networking going on, and I've always been one for networking because you never know who, you know, and that's why I told you to tell people, don't leave as soon as you get off stage because you're gonna miss somebody. You're gonna miss. I had a lot of people. It was their first time on stage, their first time, you know, doing a show. You know, it was their first. And I was like, well, I'm glad that you got the chance to get on my show. And my shows were like, there were always a lot of people there. It was never not, you know, it got to the point to where the club owner wasn't making me pay for my night.
Right.
Because he was making money at the bar.
Yeah, he had to be.
You know, and I always had a good crowd.
Yeah,
so,
man. Shout out to man Ism and DJ Mr. Hurt.
So, you know, it's all, like I said, the networking is the biggest thing. I mean, and like, you know, like Steve said earlier about being bluffed. My friend Bomb, who's the reason why I'm even in this scene. He said it in songs that somebody come up to you and be like, yo, we need to do a song together, and he'd be like, here my information. He said 6 months later, same dude come up to you, hey, we need to do some music together. You said that 6 months ago, and you still ain't hit me up. Right. So, yeah, there's a lot of it that goes on.
A lot of it.
You know, so networking is, and that's why I said when the different people that he has on his music. You know, yes, it's people that's in his crowd. You know, Blizz, Tucha. You know what I mean? But Life. I seen her at a show like a couple years ago.
She Major now 5 Seasons. That's what I feel
about. That was close, but to me, she's not in your, you know, she's not in your circle. So to see, you know, I like to see different people do collaborations. I like to see people working with different.
She in my circle. I snatched her up for because you know I'm an A&R at SWO, so I got her with SWO. You know what I'm saying? And like she been like going on a year and stuff. I basically just did her whole new project she about to drop. She like her. She has a whole this vibe. She's so different. She's not like
the 119 is a genius, y'all. Real talk.
I try to be.
He said I try to be.
The 119 is a genius.
He said I try to be, but you know, I like to see.
I'm sorry, my bad. I be thinking out loud.
Y'all have no idea. That's why I'm glad the camera is not on me.
Yoshi, Lele, she enjoys my daughters, mom.
Yeah, she a fan of you.
Like,
she gonna be
shout
so too.
out to life. Thank you. Much love.
But this, like I said, I like seeing the growth, and like I said, I like the fact that you have grown.
Thank you.
You know, because there'd be days and days.
You'll question me and be like, Murdock, is you okay? Why is you spazzing and stuff like that?
And then you would tell me that, you know, so and so said this, so and so, you know, like the whole somebody said something about you in a record, or somebody said that so and so said something, and that whole you know, because I was going through that just the other day where somebody came to me and said this, that, and the third. And then I went to a person and told them what was said. And then, like, everything, I said, well, you know what? The only way I'm going to get this all settled is if everybody that's involved is right in my face, because I'm going to find out who the fuck's lying.
Right.
Nobody wants to do that. Because everybody, oh, well, if I see so-and-so, I'm going to punch him in the face. For what?
Man, ain't nobody getting killed.
For what?
No.
For what?
Ain't nobody getting killed, man. It's hip-hop, man. It's a sport. It's a competitive sport.
And it's all on some personal shit, but nobody wants to admit that. But anyway, that's why, like, when I told you, like, when you said that somebody had said something in a song or something, and then you did a song, like, certain people I think are trolls, and they crave the attention. And they always want to say stuff on social media. But when you approach them face to face, it's another story. Oh, no, come in and have a seat. Have a seat. We'll talk about this. You didn't want to talk about it online.
I know I learned how to, like, overcome that situation and, like, deal with a better circumstance and stuff like that. Instead of, like, instead of sitting there, oh, yeah, I'm going to fuck you up. I did a lot of shows where I done fought before I even motherfucking got a chance to perform and stuff like that. I can't keep on doing that because I don't roll with no entourage.
But then if you do that, then when you try to get on a show and somebody, like, a lot of times people,
my music is threatening.
Well, a lot of times people will come to me and ask me about certain artists. Like, you know, I was at a show one night and I had an incident happen with a female that was with a group that had performed.
Right.
And the promoter of the show come to me. He was like, "What's wrong?" Because he's seen it. And I told him, you know, what was going on. He was like, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "No." He said, "No, I wasn't doing nothing." He said, "What do you want me to do?" Because I haven't paid him yet. And I was like, I'm not going to get in between somebody's money because it had nothing to do with them per se. It was somebody that was with them.
Right.
He was like, well, you just say the word. And that's like, that was I got that power. I had that power with this promoter. Right. And then I got another promoter calling me, asking me about artists. Well, what do you think about this artist? Well, what do you think about this group? Well, what do you think? And I'm like, why are y'all coming to me? And it was like, because I value your opinion. And I was like, the fuck for? Like, I'm like, what?
I mean, because you don't speak your mind. You're like, hold on.
But at the end of the day, it's because people know I pay attention.
Right. A lot more than anybody else.
I pay attention to certain people. So I know that if this dude and this dude are beefing on the internet, I'm not going to, I'm going to say, look, don't put them on the same show.
Right.
don't put them on the same show. But then again, you can put them on the same show and one of them won't show up. You know, so.
Well, one of them will show up and regret that they did.
Right.
You know?
But it's happened. It's happened. There was a show, I think it was one of Billy's. It was Billy's show when he was having all these shows, like the little tour that he was doing, and one artist had an issue or whatever, or he said something about another artist. Well, when he seen that artist on the flyer, he backed out last minute.
Oh no, man.
You know what I mean?
That's not the Bennett.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get my
I don't care. Like Bennett is Bennett,
so. You know, I pay attention. And, you know, people tell me shit. I don't ask for nobody's. I don't want nobody's business, but it gets told to me, and I'm like, oh, okay. So when
I'm not beefing with nobody.
You know, when these promoters come to me and ask me, they ask me about certain artists. You know, I'll be like, oh well, you know, they good. They do good business. I haven't heard nothing bad about them because I talk to other promoters or people who put on shows because they're not really promoters. You know, people who put on shows or whatever, you know, like anybody knows Steve, he's going to be late. He's, you know.
Shit, he was on time today.
Yes, he was.
Was he late?
And last week.
It was 6 o'clock, right?
It was a little bit after 6, but that's cool. It wasn't 6:30, 7 o'clock.
All right, well, I'll take the blame this time.
But I'm, you know what I mean? Like, you know, me and Steve joked about this the other day. That, you know, everybody knows Steve. He's running because he's doing so much other shit, or usually picking people up to go to, you know.
Man, you teaching him.
Because Steve is like, are you going to the show? I come pick you up if you need me to. I'm like,
yeah, Manny teach. Shout out Broski Manny, man. Fat boy Deezy, man. Manny teaching motherfucking Steve how to get on time and shit. Man. Yeah, John. He there before, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Manny was here on Friday night. Yeah. I was like, he said they ain't here. I was like, no. He said, and I had to do this and this and this and this.
I text Manny the next day.
Some stops on him.
Right.
I text Manny the next day.
But it was cool. It was cool because we didn't have to stay here all that time. You know, we could stay here all that time, whatever. Oh my God, it was hot. It's because all them people was in here.
Yeah. The video shoot.
Yeah. It still was hot in here after I opened the door, put the fan out in the hallway.
You got the footage?
Forgot to shoot
Who gonna edit it? Can I edit it?
Yeah, we still got.
Easy want me to go out there and do that shit tonight.
Who gonna edit it?
I'm trying to get on the power plant and shit, but ain't nobody hitting me back.
Who gonna edit the video?
What's that called? Mosaic in the back. I think that got
Mosaic. Yeah, power plant.
They got the right look.
She paparazzi, yo.
Well, I take pictures. I don't shoot video.
We're like, yeah, paparazzi.
I catch people off guard all the time.
We about to drop an album together.
I catch people off guard all the time. That's how I got my name. It was because I caught Nick Soprano across the room, and when I showed him,
we gotta make the logo and put it on our camera and shit. I want to be Baltimore Paparazzi too.
No, his name is Nick Soprano. That's his stage name.
I do though.
Well, shit. Why you let me get that excited? You damn well.
I want to be Baltimore Paparazzi 3, man. That's TMZ, yo.
That's why I say people need to have their unique names in rap. It's too confusing.
It's time to expand.
That's why I gave myself.
Yeah, Baltimore Paparazzi. You are Baltimore Paparazzi. It's time to have a team of it.
Yeah, but my thing is this. I'm so controlling over my brand name.
You want to make it right.
I'm not ready to trust anybody to. Yeah, I'm just not. And my grandson wants to. He's when he grows up, he's going to take over. He's 3, maybe 4, so he's going to do that. He's already told me that. I said, you gonna take pictures from my mom? He said, yeah. Yep. And then try to take my camera.
Once again, happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you.
Because I think it's an honor to sit up here and have an interview with you the day before Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day to Big Steve too.
I'm gonna put up tomorrow. Everybody, like everybody does, they put their Cash App information up, and then everybody give a. Yo, that shit.
Shit up and somebody really sent me money. I was surprised in the motherfucker. And then they wrote like in the little notes and shit, just helping out. I'm like, I got some good friends.
Let me tell you, when I moved into this house a couple years ago, when I moved into this house a couple years ago, I was stressed out because I didn't have the money to move. Like for the security deposit, I was trying to figure out how I was going to do that, and my landlord was selling the house, so I had to move.
Right. And
I was stressed out, so I made me a GoFundMe page, but I didn't push it because I just don't like asking people for fucking help. Wilson, who is Savage the Beast's brother, he's also part of Pit Fights. He's also part of Pit Fights. He seen it and hit me up and was like, why didn't you say something? And he pushed it, and like his friends in Colorado sent me money. Like they sent me money, and that was the money that I used to move. Yeah.
Man, I came to motherfucking Baltimore. I was like, motherfucker, you the king of rap battles. You like the Pit Fight king.
I think he's trying to go for the title.
I want to get in the rap battle.
I think he's trying to go for the title in December.
He said, fuck no Murdock. I'm like, come on, Cardi.
For one, I don't think you could handle.
I think I can.
I don't think you
like
could
my
handle.
whole career was a battle.
But I'm saying I don't think you could handle somebody standing in your face talking shit.
I mean, come on now, look. I want to get.
I couldn't handle it. That's why I won't do it.
I think I can. I want to get Tyreek. Right. I want to get Gentleman.
Niggas go exactly. Shit, you know, like it's going to escalate. I'm gonna tell you that now.
I ain't gonna punch nobody in their mouth.
Shit,
I just spit that shit that I wrote. Because when I found out that they write their battle, I was like, oh, why? Well, I can sit there and
yeah, it's not freestyle. It's not freestyle. Right. Even though like Apex, he's a phenomenal freestyler.
And we was locked up together. Apex the Genius, that's my man.
That's my little brother.
I never knew that he loved me that much that he did for real. Like, I was locked up and I was going down the hallway. Apex got on his dorm duel and banging on that shit. I'm turning around, looking at him like, yo, it's Apex, yo, what you doing in here? I was like, yo, what is you doing in here, yo? He was like, yo, take your ass home. We need you on the outside. I was like, you know what? I'm getting out of here. I seen like 6 rappers, you know what I'm saying? When I got locked up, someone got locked up, seen 6 rappers and they was cussing me out because like, you in here. We need you on the outside. Apex was the first one. I met Apex once, but I met him again in jail. And that's my man for real. He's a genius with the battles too, for real. They like, yo, don't mess with this world. There's another world when you like mess with battle rap. I want to really get in battle rap. I want to do it because like I got some shit to say for real. And like if I could sit down and take like 2 days to write a disc about a person, man, come on now, you know, I watch Paparazzi. Other than Paparazzi, I watch Tay-Rock. They my favorite battle rappers right there. I love it. I mean, I respect the sport and I support.
You know, and as much as I've been at the battles, taking pictures and stuff, and I watch the battles.
It's on Sundays.
Yeah, every couple of months or so. I don't know exactly what it is. I just went to my first one in over a year, like a couple weeks ago. That was the New Breed. I hadn't been in over a year because of some things. But
last time I've been to a battle,
Apex asked me to come.
Movie took me. Before she moved from out of town.
Yeah.
Movie took me down, and her and Duchess took me to a rap battle with Shot of Pitts down. It was at the 5 Seasons.
Yeah.
They was having it down there. And I think I seen Maniac, Dre battles. I think
was it Poe?
Maniac and
Was it Poe?
Yup.
And Maniac choked the 3rd round.
Yeah, it was like
and everybody was upset because Maniac, because it was a great battle. they were both going at each
Cole
other.
stopped me for Tyree from Batman. He was like, "Cause we need y'all. Y'all too big. Y'all a little too big for our culture and stuff. We don't need y'all bad." And I was like, damn, you know, what you mean I'm big? I'm like, Tyree bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? On this music, this platform. When I had Don Poe tell me that, like, yo, Murdock, we don't need you. I had Stoner too. He was like, yo, we don't need you and Tyree beefing with each other and stuff because like that'd be bad for the culture and platform and stuff like that. This was just the
So who in the industry would you like to work with?
Me? NBA Youngboy, Lord Dirt, and Big Steve.
You already
And
work with
DZ
them.
too.
You already work with them.
I'm down with them.
What about you? Who in the industry?
Rockstar.
The industry would you would you like to work
Right
with?
now, I like to do a song with Migos, Kevin Gates, you know.
Wouldn't we all like to do songs with Kevin Gates?
Yeah.
I already did.
Yeah.
I'm in a video like
You know. Yeah. I like to sit down and just talk with Master P though.
Yeah.
You know, just really
high five, bro.
just really, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Talk.
What you say? What you just said?
I don't know what I said.
I don't know what you
They always
said.
ask him that question though. Every interview he had, they always ask him that. Like, Cash Money or No Limit. This nigga always...
I don't need to ask him that. I already know the answer.
And I be sitting in the behind the
It
scenes
was like
like...
while I'm watching this shit too. You said Cash Money and No Limit.
I be sitting behind
What's that? What's that?
Huh?
What's that?
Big Time's new video.
Oh, Danny got a new
It's
video?
out?
Yeah, huh?
It's out?
Yeah, it's out now.
I seen the one with Young Boy. And yeah, Young Boy. Oh yeah, man, they need that.
Did you see the post that I shared from BG's page?
Yeah,
With
you
the-
share shit every Friday.
I shared it today too. I shared
That's
something
another
because
thing.
I got it yesterday, but I forgot to share it.
That's another thing.
Every day,
why I
every
wanna
Friday's
work
free
with
BG
Steve.
day, so you know.
Because like we grew up listening to the same type of music, so we had arguments about his arguments would be like something compared to as though like DZ is getting a new word too, because like we grew up listening to No Limit. I did too. Like if Mike Ruckus was come up here and had an interview and shit, he'd tell a story about like how I used to rob him as a little boy at his record shop. I used to go in there and steal all the No Limit CDs and stuff. To my mother, he caught me, and my mother punished me. And I had to pay it back though by cleaning the record shop up though. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's what I grew up listening to. I was listening to No Limit and stuff like before like Cash Money, like all
Now,
the big eggs.
now me personally, I liked both, you know, Cash Money and No Limit. I just think Cash Money had a better
Run.
catalog. You know what I mean?
Of music?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I think they had a better. I just
No Limit had a bigger.
Like
well,
what bigger?
They had a bigger catalog.
Man, a bigger catalog.
What, Cash Money?
I mean,
but I think they but I think they had a better catalog with like almost everybody can name the Cash Money
exactly.
artist,
Yeah,
but not everybody
like
can
they
No
say
Limit. They
shit
can
like
name Silk the Shocker,
Mr.
Master P.
Yeah.
People barely mention Mia.
Because
You know,
Right.
No Limit didn't really push their albums as singles and shit like that. Some of them niggas you don't even motherfucking remember a single or anything like that, but they were still going to play.
Right.
They was selling off the name of No Limit and
Right.
the fucking glitter shit on the
right,
CD.
right, because they
That's
were the
why
ones.
they was selling.
They had the tank on the front and everything, and then that.
Like they got you remember the Ghetto Commission? That fucking CD
It
was
was
platinum.
banging,
Don't
bro.
nobody know near one of them niggas now. Ghetto Commission. What the fuck is this other shit? Now
Right.
but they was going platinum because of that glitter on the fucking CD. You know what I mean?
Right.
They
It
don't
was-
even know what they
That's
were.
how
They
my-
was like, I
that's
know
how
my
my-
motherfucker.
you know what? I
Master
just
P.
found out my-
It says
And that's how I just found out
They
my-
grabbed that motherfucker.
Right, but you know, that's like when people. That's when you know it's been on.
It worked.
Right, and it's been on the internet a few times. I've seen it a couple times. You know, Cash Money and No Limit, and I'm like, what are you comparing? Are you comparing them as labels? Are you comparing the artist? Are you comparing the music? What are you comparing? Because you just can't say apples and oranges. You know, okay, apples and oranges. What do what are you trying to compare?
Right.
You know, like I said, I think that Cash Money, you know, it's the longevity of Cash Money for one. You know, people, you know, even when they had the trials and tribulations, and you know, everybody knew what was going on.
Right.
You know, No Limit was like, for me, in my memory, No Limit was there, then No Limit wasn't there. You know, so that's why, you know, I think, and you want to compare those two, you need to, what are we comparing? Because I think their catalog was better as far as the songs. They had hit singles out.
Producers stayed longer.
You know, and like even the videos. Now, like I said, there's songs from No Limit that I like, you know, but there's a lot more songs from Cash Money and their artists. Even when they weren't Cash Money, I still like those artists. You know, I like Silk the Shocker. He can't rap for shit, but I like Silk the Shocker.
You can rap now.
Can he?
You see the new video? I like that
video. Like,
I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I like that new Silk the Shocker song. Yeah.
Oh.
I want to go. I want to get
He kind of rapped like that back then.
No, that nigga used to stutter.
But you know what?
The song with him and
not to be funny or anything. That's how I rap.
But
I do it on purpose though.
The song with him and Maya that he did with Maya, he kind of, you know, it was like.
You still sound like you can tell.
That's the only person that you can compare me to. Is Silk the Shocker. Because I feel like I'm rapping off beat, but I'm really not.
Well, I know Bomb raps and he gets off beat, but he always gets back on beat. He's like one of the, like.
Mr. Servo.
Oh my God, that nigga annoying me. I'm like, yo, slow the fuck down. Let's grab that nigga from me.
But you know what?
Fuck down,
but you know what though?
That nigga.
One thing I can say, Papoose stole his style. Papoose stole his style. Mr. Servo, Papoose stole his style. When I'm the agency to
yeah.
Who?
Mr. Servo.
Who is that? Who the hell is that?
That's the one. If you ever seen that I'm About It movie, you ever seen I'm About It?
Probably a long time ago.
That's the one that beat the tournament with the baseball bat.
That nigga about 250 pounds now. He wears green glasses all the time. And he motherfucking
he said y'all was down there.
Like one of them coaches and shit.
He said y'all was down there. He said y'all was down there in Louisiana, and y'all was in the store. He didn't even know that was motherfucking it was in the store and stuff. They ain't know that was motherfucking GLC.
Yo, you know he ain't killing this man, yo.
Nah, I'm just saying, yo. That nigga like he ain't never really spending his life and shit.
Well, he just called this man a high school football coach. Oh, man.
But I didn't know how old the nigga was either, yo.
They older than us, man.
That nigga older than my mother, yo. That nigga was 30 back when we was
he's a year older than me.
Who? Mr. Servo?
He's a year older than me. He was born September 18th, 1969.
Oh, I thought he was older than my mom. It seemed like it because they in the same decade.
Yeah, you know, they all of them like Jay-Z age. A little older, probably.
In 2008, he wrote a dating book for black women.
Look at the ceremony. Don't look like a goddamn that nigga like Mr. Jones. Hey, Mr. Jones, you was Mr. Jones what you said?
Oh my God. Yo, Mr. Travel won't get on this motherfucking live air and shit and cuss us out, man. I ain't gonna never get to go down to Louisiana.
Steve, you didn't hear that. In 2008, he wrote a dating book for black women.
A dating woman for black women?
Shit. He on some other shit though. I That's what's up.
He hustling.
Yeah, he got to. He got to. It looked like I wonder if this nigga really working in school though. He just looked like he working in school though. Like that nigga, you did something wrong. You gotta come see his ass and shit.
I had to go and look him up because I don't.
Man.
See, it just showed,
he was actually he was the last.
He got on his phone. If you see this picture he got on his phone,
I seen it.
And you listen to what he said.
I seen it.
Oh yeah. I showed him the video of what he looked like now.
Oh man.
But
Damn,
I don't know. But you know, but you see what I'm saying? Like I don't even know who he is. But name somebody.
oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Big Pun. The last video he shot was with Mr. Sermon. He died like a couple of days later. Yep.
It's just fooled me or something.
But you know what I'm saying? Like you're naming somebody, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. I don't remember his name. But
Rest in peace, Mr. Magic.
I probably know him. I know him from the music, but I don't know.
Mr. Magic died the same day T-Mac died. Smash. Yeah, we definitely. Like niggas like, damn, T-Mac died. Oh my God, Mr. Magic died.
I do remember it happening like that too.
What's that?
What you just said.
Oh.
T-Mac and Mr. Magic died the same day. Mr. Magic was Murder First artist on True Records. That's who I wanted to be part of.
He's still trying to get free. I don't think they're gonna let him.
They need to, yo, because like he been in there long enough. You know what? To be honest, Mac been in there longer than him. You know why he in there?
That's fucked up. I was watching the whole 20.
His girlfriend, he killed the nigga that killed his girlfriend, but his girlfriend was signed to Tupac. You know what I'm saying? And like she died like right after Tupac. I think she died. No, actually she died a little bit before Tupac. Storm died before Tupac. Like right after they did Trade and War Stories. Yeah. Yeah. And then Pop died at the Las Vegas joint. All pop artists died. It's like one or two left out the Outlaws. She was the first female though. I remember all that because that's how I was into the music. That's how I grew up there. I was listening to Bone Thugs and like watching them and beef with Crucial Conflict and stuff like that and do or die.
Who was it that was down there that you?
That's how he rap, yo.
Who was down there in New Orleans when you went down there the first time and you said that he was part of some group. Dude with glasses.
Oh, Partners in Crime.
Yeah. I didn't know who the hell that was neither. Once you told me that it was Mia, I knew who Mia X was.
I mean, Partners in Crime, they never really like got out of New Orleans. I mean, a lot of motherfuckers know them because of what they did in New Orleans.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? They wasn't really out there. I mean, Judy signed them to UTP and was trying to push them like in 06, but it didn't really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, he knows all that stuff. I swear he's from New Orleans. He's not really from Baltimore. He really from New Orleans. Really. You know
it. You said about the Big Pun, the video.
Hell yeah. That was the last video he ever did before he died.
But this whole music scene, like I said, I'm hoping that this music scene gets a little bit better than what it. Like I ask people all the time what they think about what the music, how they see the music scene. I see it. I don't see very many shows, and I'm a person that for me, seeing the artist perform is important to me.
All out, man.
Because I'm just saying that. You know, I've seen these artists get on stage and be able to open up for big names or whatever, but they've never set foot at places, you know, here in the city. And because they get it from the YouTube videos or, you know, the IG, you know, they got all these followers. But when they get on stage, their stage presence sucks. They're just playing they're playing the music from the CD or the flash drive or whatever, and they're rapping over the lyrics sometimes. Most of the time they're jumping up and down and I'm just like, I could have just listened to the CD or watched the music video.
A lot of times don't be mixed down with.
See, you know, like we had there was a show down at what used to be the 2 o'clock club, and Steve had that show that he was you know on somebody else's set, and then they were going to another show. You know, that's work for me. That's work. That shows me that like the artist that was actually on those 2 shows, you know, that he was really, huh?
I forgot what his name was, but he was like one of the dudes from back in the day when he was rapping and shit. He was hosting private shit. I forgot his name. But he was private back in the day. Like probably like, you know, 2011, 2012 and shit. But I forgot his fucking name. Like, damn, nigga, I ain't seen you in like 7 years.
I don't know who was, because I was still at 2 o'clock club, because I was there with Comp and Nipsey Hussle's.
They get packed out.
Yo, Comp from Def Jam.
What the fuck you
Def Jam, the video man?
Huh?
Comp from the video man?
Yeah. It was Nipsey Hussle's artist, Jay Stone. He come in town for the show.
I was so mad that I didn't get to network with him while he was here.
He was a good dude. He was a good dude.
That was so dumb, yo. Because I mean, we were just talking about when we got to collaborate with somebody on the West Coast.
Right.
It's like bubbling and shit. I'm like, yo, that nigga was
my man.
I walked right past Slap his hand and walked out and shit.
I got it. I ain't never listened to it.
That's Nipsey, yeah.
I don't know who the fuck he was, to be honest with you. The thing is, I never heard of him and shit.
But he actually Jay Stone.
You feel me?
He really I like this music.
We need motherfuckers like that. That's
My man Nitro G's. He
niggas over here never heard of him and they fuck with him and shit like that.
People that was there that night, they knew his music and because they was rapping like right along with him. So you know, there was a couple people in there that knew his music because you know I watch people all the time.
Right.
I watch how they interact. So I watched and dudes was like rapping with him and they was bumping to him. Like I like this music. I like the stage presence. You know, I had him in here for an interview. He's a cool dude. You know, he's not very, very, very talkative. you know, he talked, but then like we were talking about like how the city shut down. You know, 5 seasons and everything. How they got 5 seasons to shut down basically. And he was like, oh, I don't want to talk about no police and stuff like that. And I was like, then we're not talking about the police coming to get you.
Oh, man. Smart.
But, you know, and like, I was there that night. I was asked to go to the other one by a few people. But, you know, I stayed there with Comp because that's my man.
Yo, Comp hard to beat.
On a game?
Yeah, yo. I want to tell him that to his face, yo. I'm like, yo, I want to fuck you up.
Def Jam Vendetta.
Oh, yeah. That's the best game ever, yo. Yeah, that's why I'm playing Outcomes. I got the new one. T.I.
You got to fight with T.I. and shit.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Jim Jones the hardest, and Jeezy the hardest on that one.
Jeezy though?
Yeah, but like
I can understand Jim Jones. He got
that
hype. He got
that
nigga serious.
I ain't even know that nigga was that big till I met him. I'm like, shit. He don't look like that on TV.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Whenever you got a free day ever, yeah, we could get on there and try to fight it out. I got my own now.
Goes out to Jim Jones.
Yeah, anything like that, anything to do with music.
TV, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, bro.
But that's a good marketing though. You know what I'm saying? Like you being like a character in video games and stuff like that. Like messing with motherfucker. What's his name from 300? Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he did a lot of good things like that. He came up with that idea of making Def Jam icons and Def Jam fight for New York with Lil Kim and all them DMX all over the video. That's what they need. They need to make a new one like Biggie Smalls or something.
All I heard was strawberry shortcake.
God damn, man. That shit gonna have me dead.
But guess we should wrap this up.
Yeah. You see I got my daughter in the studio over there. I said, Stevie was saying like, I can't hear. She was in there killing it. That's my
the
next
audio. The audio wasn't working when you sent it to me through the thing. But
So we gotta get your
but
doors up
when you
in
posted it, I could hear it.
That's why I sent it to you first, so I was like,
Well,
look.
no,
Your
if I
three
do it
girls-
now, it's gonna be like I've been on.
Bad for you, yeah.
No, get your 3 girls and my girls, we gonna start a group.
I wait a couple years, even though they gonna be grown now. But
He said we gonna be grown.
Yeah, we got daughters and stuff like that, man.
you
We
know,
gotta
they
get
tell
our
this
kids.
shit. Oh, 2 years and shit, she gonna look like a grown woman and shit, man.
Who, Faith?
Shooting that nigga.
Faith?
Yeah.
She already does.
No, man.
She gonna look like a grown
Get our
woman.
daughters in the studio, man. They gonna reflect off of us anyway.
So let everybody know where they can find you, find your music.
You can find me on Instagram at Murdock Da One. That's MURDOCKEVILA. And then you can find me on Facebook, Murdock Johnson. You can get music on Dat Piff, CD Baby, Bandcamp. You can just Google the 119 on YouTube. You can find me.
What about you?
You can find me on Deezer, Spotify, Google, Apples, iTunes, YouTube, search key, capital M, lowercase y, capital BDC. And find me there, My BDC Her Rockstar. If you want to book me, hit me up at mybdcherrockstar@gmail.com.
All right, all right. Well, I thank you guys for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
And another day, I want to mention for the 100th time, Happy Mother's Day.
I appreciate it.
I'll see y'all next year.
I'll be washing clothes on Mother's Day. That's all I'll be doing. Somebody should take me out to dinner.
How about I sit down and I cook dinner? No, seriously, because that's what
I want my children to do that shit. They owe me. They owe me big
Sit
time.
down cooking dinner and stuff.
They owe me big time.
Everybody keep on asking for my lemon pepper wings, so I'm thinking about cooking them on.
Lemon pepper wings.
Yes.
Well, I thank everybody for tuning in. Let's see. What's tomorrow? What's next week? Okay, I got dude named D Money and Ghost coming. They're gonna send me all that information. Just talked to D Money today. My man G Hood sent them my way.
Oh, I got you, man. G Hood.
Alright, shout out to MGBRG, SWO,
No.
Mike Records, we all in here. Shout out to Lisa, Miss Baltimore Paparazzi. Give a big deck for her. It's not drink change, but we gonna clap on her. Nah, because like she been doing it for years, for real, even we coming up. So like, I appreciate you.
You want to send them off with any music or?
Yeah.
Can I shout something out real quick?
Go ahead. Shameless
Big
plug.
too, man. MGBRG, man. I'm proud of y'all dudes.
Yeah. June 16th. Howard County Fairgrounds.
Be there.
Yeah.
Then it starts at 3 o'clock.
I know I ain't performing at 3 o'clock.
No, but I think it starts at 3 o'clock.
No, but I can't sound good.
And it starts at 3 o'clock if you want to go down to the fairgrounds.
In June 12th,
Jesus.
By the time this
June
man hits
12th,
stage, y'all be there though.
I'm dropping my last mixtape June 12th, taking it to my grave. It's gonna be worth it. So like, get ready for it. It's gonna be on my mixtapes and Spin Brother. June 12th.
Coming soon to be everywhere, singing and drug dealers.
Last
From my
mistake
BBC
is-
Hood
That's
Rockstar.
I'm tired of giving y'all stuff.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, you gotta come up with
and
another
it's
one?
Mother's Day, so we gonna
shit.
get it from Big
Hey,
Steve
your
that
mother
said the
at?
best. Yeah, where your mother
Shout
at?
goes out to Wizzy Bands.
All the mothers.
Hey.
So I thank everybody for tuning in and listening and watching. Appreciate everybody.
I'm here.
I will be here next week. God willing, and the creek don't rise, as my mother used to say. Like I said, D Money and I think his name is Ghost. I get all the information this week so I can make the flyer and whatnot.
She broadcasting live June 16th.
Yeah, we'll see.
For all
Howard
you
County
mothers.
Fairgrounds.
I don't know. It might not be good for me to come.
Make
It's
sure
gonna
you
be
tell
very
your
good for
mothers.
her to come.
And then the 26th of May, I have Pennsylvania back in the house.
For
Yeah,
Word.
I have Pennsylvania every month. They come down. Actually, next month I'll be in
I think
Pennsylvania.
you on Meek Mill side. Y'all
Next
trying
month
to
she'll be in
get
Pennsylvania and in
yeah,
Howard
Steve on
County
Meek Mill
Fairgrounds.
side.
Trying to bully
Y'all
my
putting
ass.
B-More and Pennsylvania together.
Yeah,
I love it.
actually, these artists that come down, like the guy that I work with, Jason,
Life from Pennsylvania.
he brings down these artists, and because I don't listen to anybody's music before I play it, because I want my genuine,
Right.
you know, my genuine
You're doing a
reaction.
good job, though.
And-
You've been running for a long time.
I
I
know.
want to hear your reaction to a hood rock star.
And this is first interview. This
Right.
is first radio interview and stuff.
So,
like,
First
the
radio appearance, y'all.
the guys that Jason brings down, like everybody, I've been really, really impressed with. You know, I've liked every single one of them, and that's crazy to me, because that talent, like there's talent up there in Reading. One of the guys he was from Bethlehem, and another guy was from somewhere else, but they're kind of like based in Reading. So every month I have them come down, but I'm going up there for an Autism Speaks event that they're putting together.
If you need somebody to listen, you know I'm always there.
I know. Steve's just gonna say, I want a cheesesteak.
Yeah. I got my $13 too, yo.
He wants to go to
You tell
Delisandro's.
about what they said to me when I asked him everything, yo? He laughed at me. He was like, what you want on there? I said, everything.
I know. You can't say everything up there because
It all
she literally
depends.
Put the whole
No, we
kitchen
really-
sink
It
right
all depends on where you go too. We found this out when we went to Gino's.
Yeah, they like, what is everything?
Right, and when I went to Max's, everything was pickles, peppers. It was none of that stuff. You don't get the lettuce and tomatoes and stuff, which I was cool because Max's whole sub is like this long.
Yeah.
And I shared one piece with one of my kids.
Yeah, shit ain't all that, bro.
Yo.
I like it.
Delisandro's.
I ate half of the sub on the way back to
for life.
Baltimore.
Delisandro's in the building.
All right, let me get over here. I will see you all next week. Y'all have a good week. Baltimore, thank you for not having any murders in the past 2 days.
Yeah, they play with paintball.
Yes, Baltimore ceasefire. I wish we didn't have to have this. I really wish we didn't have to have this. But 101 murders.
They start playing with paintball guns and shit now. I'm like, if it takes
If
them to
y'all
play
got
with paintball
problems,
guns
take it to the
to
hands.
save a life,
Put the
Right.
things down.
yeah.
So I'll see you all next week. Y'all have a good week.
True. I'm here.
My love is true. I'm here for you.
You got video for this. You got video for this. That's a video.
119. Check us out on YouTube.
What if I told you? Many nights that I wanna hold you.
I could use this too.
When you do wrong, I'ma scold you. I'll be there and you be here for me. Let me show you the love of a G. When I be rocking, you be down for me. And I like love, sex, respect me. Don't test me, but when I'm wrong, you can check me. Don't be pesky, make love real fun. Don't steal from me. Big grown body, baby, my love is true. I'm here for you. I know you're blue. I'll pull you through. Wouldn't that be cool? Our love will rule. Our love will rule. Wouldn't that be cool? I'll be your kid. You be my queen. Here go your ring. Let's do our thing. I pay the bills. You cook the meals. If I say I do, then you say you will. Let me nip you up, hit you from the back, pull your hair. You don't know how to act. Don't be laugh. I'm a sex addict. I'm about to relax. Do it standing up, ejaculate, collapse. Walk this path. I need you. Let me show you the math. Anything you want, you ain't gotta ask. My love will last. Being a real nigga ain't no small task. I need your loyalty. That's all I'm gonna ask. My love is true. I'm here for you. I know you're blue. I'll pull you through. Wouldn't that be cool? Our love will rule. Our love will rule. Wouldn't that be cool? I'll I'll be your man. You be my girl. You hold me down. I rock your world. Know how to act. I have your back.
Live at hard body,
Yeah,
y'all.
fuck with you straight like that. I got you. Just as sure as Biggie said, who shot you? You're all I need to get by. You're like a high. That's and what's between them thighs. My whole mind, you make like one hell of a ride. I swear to God, and I hope to die. I'll never ever tell you a lie. Long as you by my side, you stay fly. You keep it simple. Plus I love your ass and your dimples and your third eye should be attempted. My love is true. I'm here for you. I know you're blue. I'll pull you through. Wouldn't that be cool? Our love will rule.
Live from
Our love will rule. Wouldn't that be cool? I'll be your thug. You be my drug. Give me a kiss. Give me a hug. No need to trip. No need to bug. I'm in
119 in the building, y'all.
Giving away my love, wear my heart on my sleeve. Women say fuck love, ain't no cap or go with me. I'm just trying to grind. I know you love money, so if I give you all my time, who gon' make the buck? I'm your king, and you're my queen, and out of the room, and fuck you mean, and boy you dig you, my queen screaming, way down the hallway, in her screaming.
My love is true. I'm here for you. I know you're blue. I'll pull you through. Wouldn't that be cool? Our love will rule. Our love will rule. Wouldn't that be cool? I'll be your soul. You be my heart. Ain't never gonna tear us apart. Ain't never gonna tear us apart. Ain't never gonna tear us apart. Yeah. I just want to know if I be big or a rock star. Wizard bands in the building. Hard body radio.
It's something about the way you make me feel. I just wanna take time to keep it real. It's something about the way you walk. It's something about the way you talk. And I was wondering, baby, you would give me a chance. We could do that dance. No mess, I'm just kidding. And baby girl, you know that I'm sitting. 'Cause I just wanna know, can I try and turn you on? And I just wanna say that if you let me stay, can I try and turn you on? And I ain't gonna lie, you know I am that guy. So can I try and turn you on? And I've been trying to say since I sent you round my way, I've been wanting to turn
Sean Brown, y'all.
you on.
Turn you on like a push to start. You on lingerie, that's my favorite part. But don't black, after dark. When I get home, that's when the party starts. You turn me on and you got me long. W is right, I don't want me wrong. You look real good in that thong. We gon' go all night long.
Back in the building,
I
y'all.
like it. Girl, you got me so excited. Passion fruit body so enticing. Girl, that thing kinda spicy. Chain still on, so I'm icy. I'm a hustler, that's why you like me. And I stay with that check. Swizzy bands, young Nike.
Lady, you don't know what I've been through, but I don't think I get the same thing from you. You know I'm not like most other guys. I could never make you cry. I see the potential in me and you. There ain't nothing that we can't do. There ain't nothing that we can't go through. But you don't even have a clue of how I feel about you, and now I'm down to my thoughts with you, and now I'm in love with you. Yeah, 'cause I just wanna know, can I try and turn you on? And I just wanna say,
Thank you for having
if you let me stay,
I told you I was gonna have you on.
Going on paparazzi, love it.
you know I am that guy. So can I try and turn you on? And I'm trying to say, since I said you went away, I
Thinking you gon' come with me. You know you gon' have fun with me. And do it till the sun comes. I just wanna know.
Good night, Baltimore. We love you.
She's off.
This is lit. I'm enjoying it, man.